Hello and welcome everybody to the beautiful FFA Grandfinal here at Back to Warcraft 2. It's time for more FFA. We absolutely love FFA and we got the best of the best. We have to crown a new champion. That's what it's all about. And we got the top 4 players here in our grand final after 2 semifinals. This is what we got. And we can invite the co-casters to tell us all about the match and about the players. We're live already. We got RulaZ by our side. My man, how's it going?
Hey man, hey, I'm very good. I heard you had a little bit of a rough time today, so let's hope to make a very gentle evening.
A gentle evening with FFA. How is that supposed to go? I want blood, I want politics, I want people betraying each other. I want everything but a peaceful evening.
All right, I think we can help you with that too.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. If you guys out there want to help with the prize pool, you can do that over at Matcherino. We will show the page in a second once I updated this. 83263. 83263. There we go. I will donate all the YouTube income we get to the prize pool because these players deserve it. And RulaZ, who do we got here today?
Yeah, today I think it's very cool because it looks like we have one player per race. So that's always the best thing if that happens, because then we can see every strength, every weakness of each race. And I think we have pretty much the best players for each race currently. We have Qwest for Undead, Lelu for Neytpoh. I think those two are definitely the best on their races. Then Neutron with Human. I mean, Diltig is also pretty strong with Human, but I think Neutron definitely very strong as well. I mean, maybe he could play Neytpoh, but I heard he wants to play kind of aggressive today, so this suits Human better, I think, with some STP action. And then Airenikus, we always see his survival skills, and yeah, I think these will be needed today as well.
Wait, you're telling me Neutron wants to play aggressive today? That's crazy talk.
It can happen. It can happen. So yeah, and also we have a map pick, and the map pick is by Neutron. And I think it is a very smart pick by him because he picked Market Square. I'm not sure how well known this map is for you. If you're not a 4v4 player or an FFA player, you shouldn't know this map. We had one game of RulaZ where Gradient hoarded like 40k gold on it.
Yes.
A couple of months ago, if you could remember. But yeah, why is it a good map? As you can see, there is only, I mean, we will see in the game, but there is not too much surface to build on. So building hiding is very hard, and also there are no zeppelins, so will be very interesting.
Yeah, I remember this, of course. It's the bases look kind of weird to me. You will see in a second on this map why. It's very segmented, this map, I'd say.
And if you thought that FFA spawns are imbalanced, then you would really think about it again on this map, because they can be so rough. It could really be that one player is surrounded, like rush distance closer than Turtle Rock. And then the third or fourth player is on the other side of the map alone. So it can be very funny. And yeah, I mean, players have to adjust to that. So we will see how the best players are going to do this.
Speaking of players, of course, we are amazing at what we do here, RulaZ, but we need some expertise. And for that, we got one of the best FFA players to join us in the cast. Lil Tick, welcome back.
Hi, Neo. Hi, RulaZ. Thanks for having me again. Yeah.
Yo.
Well, Market Square is infamous. For me, it's my least favorite map for FFA. Oh. And for me, I was very surprised that Neutron picked it, since he actually plays Human, because it's not a really great Human and Orc map. I think Undead and Night Elf have distinct advantage here, of course, because of the wood. So
also the Fountain of Mana, by the way, right? Like, what's indeed better for Orc casters than Fountain of Mana?
I'd almost say maybe Alchemist is better than Archmage on Market.
Yeah, I agree. I also told this to Neutron, but he really hates Alchemist, so he's gonna go for Archmage, and he told me already he's going to plan to play very aggressively mass TP, and I think it can work because there is little space to hide, so you can win the game quite quickly. And if you don't, it's going to be a long game. So very hard to tell what we have to expect.
All right, the chat is already interesting. Neutron saying, I got passion for 40 minutes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, we'll see about that. Players seem to be ready. I'm ready. If you guys are ready, we can get stuff.
Hasn't confirmed yet. One last fun thing. We I let the players decide every time whether they want to play with chat or without chat. I asked Neutron first, and he said, yeah, no chat, of course. And then next I asked Qwest, and he was asking me back, like, who are the players again? And I said, yeah, Neutron, Aaron, and Lelu. Then he said, yeah, then definitely with chat, because Neutron is so bad without chat.
Oh, this feels good.
Okay.
Okay, seems like the players know each other quite well and know what to deal with, and we have hopefully a wonderful, wonderful FFA game to our hands with Lelu as the champion at the end.
It's interesting, yeah, because oh wow, look at these spawns. So this is always the first interesting thing. And we have Aaron spawning close to Qwest, and we have Neutron spawning close to Lelu. So we could potentially see a militia rush from Neutron going towards Lelu.
Wow.
And yeah, if that's happening, I'm not sure if that's really what Neutron likes, because then he has a freeway against those two players. And if you take out one player fast, then there's so much gold on the map, and it's going to be a very long game most of the time.
The position would be amazing for it, since he's on the opposite side. If he just managed to take out Lelu, they always would have a long way there, which is great if you have mass TP on your side.
Yeah, like the thing is, Lelu says he can't ever win a fight versus Qwest because Qwest is so good and under this imbalanced. And Neutron really wants to take out Qwest first. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's the best for Neutron to go on Lelu because then he has Qwest. But yeah, we will see. It's super, super interesting spawns.
Love it. Okay, this is indeed a little reminiscent of Turtle Rock. If you establish dominance early, could be a big lead. We'll see about that. Seems like Neutron has some...
There's no early militia scout for Neutron, so you could go with, before you build the altar, going with the militia scout, and then you know the drill for Turtle Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Lelu going for the Ancient of War, so this could be very interesting. And yeah, Neutron already realizing that it might be close since the Wisp was scouting. And yeah, it's also interesting for Aaron. Like, he scouts that Qwest is close, and Qwest is known to be super, super, super greedy. So you can pretty much take him as a creep camp early game because he's just being so greedy. But yeah, it's interesting whether they go for it or whether they just go with the piece.
All right, just a little introduction to our players. Upper right is Neutron as human. He's the current reigning W3Champions champion. Right next to him is the back-to-back previous champion of W3C. That is Lelu as Night Elf. Qwest is the FFA Masters champion currently?
Yeah, FML.
FML, sorry. Yep. And Airenikus, not decorated yet, I believe. His biggest match to date, probably?
Yeah, probably. Like, he's been doing well in these FFA Cups, and he's been showing very strong performances all day long. But yeah, so far definitely he should be the least favorite here. And yeah, we see no early aggression yet, but now Neutron, I'm curious which expansion Neutron is going to take. Okay, see, he scouted that Lelu is going to take the corner expo. And he doesn't punish it, so very peaceful, and he's just going for the other one. It's a disadvantage for Neutron because now his militia time is way lower, so this spot is more difficult to creep. But he is 4 footmen, so he should be fine.
This is one map where the nerf to militia duration really matters. Like, when they shorten it by 5 seconds, if you creep the not corner one, you can see the militias are already peasants again, but he took 5 of them and 3 footmen, so there's no problem, or 4 footmen even.
Yeah, 4 footmen and an archmage. Like, it's still quite easy to creep.
And also,
but yeah,
I
it's
would say
interesting that there is
Liverpool
no early
for the
rush. So.
keeper is very conservative, but it's very easy to defend the rush with the keeper, obviously.
Yeah, I also wanted to point out this, like Elf can go for so many different heroes in the early game as a first one, and Keeper is definitely the best to defend those early pushes. So yeah, he's playing it conservatively and yeah, going for the late game for sure.
All right, so classic opening thus far. Everybody leaves each other alone. No crazy suicide rushes from Neutron, which is, I guess, good for our game.
Yeah. Also good for his game, I guess, because if he takes out one player, then it's gonna be so tough to win the game, because yeah, whenever he will attack one player in the freeway, the other is gonna help, and they are close to each other, so it's very easy to help them out. And yeah, it's just gonna be a very, very long game, so it's smart for him to take it in the four-way, and yeah.
Doing us a huge favor, I would say, because Market Square early freeway will always take at least 2 hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
When the goal gets divided between 4 players, it's not so bad.
Yeah, it's a little bit paradox, because you think if you take out one player quickly, then the game is shorter, but it's exactly the opposite.
But then the endless balancing begins, especially on an 8-way map.
Exactly. So yeah, Archmage is an aggressive pick for an aggressive game, because you have the aura and you have mass TP. So you don't really need the aura if you have a mana fountain.
True.
But and also mass TP is not so good in the very late game, because as you can see, every player has his base on a ramp. So these bases are very fortified in the late game, and mass TP, like usually there's no way to get a unit into the base to mass TP on. So you have to get there early, and yeah, I think if picking Archmage, the whole strategy revolves around playing very aggressively.
Yeah, I agree, because especially in the late game, it's so easy on the ramp to have one Shade, one Ward, one Owl. So you can't even infiltrate with an invisible unit on this map or a TP.
Do we have laboratories? No?
No, not on Market.
Ah, okay. So no.
That's
Exactly,
pretty
no
much the
Zeppelins.
reason
No Zeppelin
why
drop that
Market
would.
is bad for Human and Orc.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so Elf is of course still imba, because Elf can move their trees onto the unbuildable surface and still can hide. So that's of course an advantage for Elf. And also the wood issue is not something Elf has. As you can see, there is very little wood on each main base. So if you are human or orc or undead, you should definitely start pumping mass militia on your natural and 12 expansion, so that you get the lumber there, because otherwise you can easily end up with 20k gold and 0 lumber on this map, and maybe we will see it even today.
You see it in the expansions, like how the races compare. Because Qwest almost tier 3, and 2 expansions, Lelu 2 expansions on his way to tier 3, Neutron 1 expo, and the Orc, you can see how slow Orc is in FFA. He only has just established the expo now.
And we see a fight here for the corner, red.
Oh.
Like, those are the best items. Here we can find Dagger of Escapes, Orb of Frost, Inferno Stone, I think. So this is definitely something you want to get. So all the corner items. Then we have the top, right, bottom, and left red spots. They drop summons, I think, like those Doom Guards and what are they called? These Frost Nova. Yeah, exactly. So summons which are
Stone.
Oh, Inferno Stone. Yeah, I mean, he could go for an early push again, but yeah,
sure.
I mean, if he wanted to he could already went for it.
Yeah.
But he's only on 1 expansion, so he better should go quickly, or he will fall behind on economy versus his first opponent very quickly.
Or of course you can save it, but in the early game it's so strong, the Infernal.
Yeah.
It's completely in at this point. And also, one thing, what do you think about this Panda RulaZ? I wouldn't say it's an ideal choice against Qwest, because you're gonna get kited forever.
Yeah, it's super bad versus Undead. It's just full out aggression hero, and yeah, it looks like Neutron is going for the Infernal rush here. And there's no way that Lelu is gonna hold here.
Under these circumstances, I'd say it's a wise thing to push, because when you find the Inferno Stone, you kind of want to press the advantage, I guess.
Yeah, but does Lelu have only 2 penance of energy on the Keeper, so...
That was a big drop. The Inferno stunned everything in front of the haze.
Yeah, and Lelu just has to evacuate, and yeah,
He might let
there's
him live. It's not like it's over for Lelu if he just goes into hiding.
yeah. Ooh, I mean, interesting. I'm not sure if that's what Neutron wants. Now the
Yeah.
middle goes to Qwest.
Yeah, and meanwhile Iron lost his blade to creeps and the TC almost as well, so as I
Yeah.
say, Orc has a tough life.
Yeah, I mean, Orc is always super greedy on the creeping, so they have to creep with the heroes on the Reds camps, and this can go wrong very quickly. So yeah, I mean, as you said, Panda versus Qwest, who is pretty much building what he wants, getting stronger and stronger every minute. I'm not sure if that's really what he wants.
Just found a Mask of Death, useless for him, obviously.
Yeah,
Would be nice for the blade, I guess, but it's not that good in FFA.
yeah, it's a little bit overrated, I think.
Oh, and look for that. Lelu went for Alchemist. I guess at this point he doesn't care too much. I would expect the Priestess for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lelu without
I
a
mean, he-
bottom.
He
Yeah,
can't
right.
really get out a hero here, but maybe that's the
Even
reason.
Neo knows Lelu enough to see that that's a weird sight.
Exactly. Yeah, I want to remind everybody that Lelu has yet to lose a game in War3Champions. Oh no, the last one he lost, right? The final, of course. Otherwise, Neutron would be the king. Okay, he only lost one game ever, and that was due to Neutron, and now that started once again.
Yeah, that's exactly what Lelu is saying now. The other two can hoard, while Neutron is... Yeah, I mean, okay, he's dropping now again below 50, so that's good. And he's even on expansion, which is quite surprising, like Qwest. I was expecting him to get a third expansion up quicker, but maybe he was also scared that Aaron could push any time, so he played a little bit more careful. And also Aaron only on one expansion, which could very well be a signal for Qwest that he could get rushed.
And so Neutron currently he used his breath to kill 3 of Lelu's wisps, and I don't see much. He has 2 on the expansion that Aaron is creeping, 1 building a tree and 1 like next to the tavern. But that's it.
Yeah.
So again, this map, as RulaZ said, it's incredibly tough to hide in. So, and of course on loads of the places where he would like to hide, there's still creeps, so he has to be really careful. So not easy at all. If Neutron doesn't give him a break, it's gonna be really bad for him.
Yeah, but another thing, I mean, look at Neutron. He has Gloves of Haste, Replenishment Potion, Talisman of Evasion, and the Potion of Healing. Whereas
And
the
not
other
even
two are
for the
just
hero,
going for all the red spots.
Yeah. But it's alright, like you can buy periods always, but it's not ideal, of course. You're right that as a map without there's no marketplace on Marketplace, on Market Square. So you can't buy the best items, so if you find an aura item, it's huge.
We just got a $20 donation by Varian Vrin. Thank you, mate. Making it $100 now.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so Lelu is obviously down to 2 heroes, a couple of wisps, and hopefully 1 base. I'm not even sure if he can creep it. What are the odds that he can build back from this?
It fully depends on Neutron. I think the other two will not attack him. Even though it might be smart, right? What do you think they'll take? Should they finish Lelu?
Oh, and he did creep the base somewhat. He killed the big golem just in time. I guess the tree should survive now.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, the others are going for creeping, which is fine, I guess. It's the best they can do at the moment. And Neutron looks like he's gonna find Lelu here, which could be the end, finally.
Ooh. Oh no, my man Lelu, you're in a world of trouble!
Yep, he's
Tree
not
goes
gonna
down, Panda is
let him go
dead.
here.
Does he even have a wisp left? I'm not too sure. That's a double kill for Neutron. I
Yeah,
shouldn't
there's
have...
one wisp here. This wisp has to pray.
Oh, he fights almost.
Oh.
Ah! Dude,
He has resupply though, so I'm not sure where the other two are.
I feel like I poked the bear by saying in the winner
Here it
interview with Lelu that I'm cheering for him and that he shall reclaim the throne again. Neutron heard this and apparently a little angry since then.
Yeah, like Neutron said that Lelo is gonna win anyway because like no one can win Lelo in the late game. So maybe that's then the reason why he's gonna go for him first.
Yikes.
But yeah, now look at this. His Paladin is level 1. Luckily, there are still creeps on top of the map, but also not too many. So hero level-wise, he's okay, but I don't think better than the others. And if you take a look at the gold, he's doing surprisingly well, I would say. Yeah, I think he managed to do very well considering he rushed, but he also didn't face a lot of resistance. So that's, of course, also part of the reason.
It feels like Qwest is just having the time of his life. Nobody distracts him, nobody disturbs him. He's just creeping, he's just mining, he's just hoarding at 50. I don't think you should
where he will get. Yeah.
I don't think you should give him so much time.
Yeah, that's his. Yeah, that's definitely his comfort zone now. And yeah, I hope to see some very nice fights between Neutron and Qwest because both definitely have the potential to do so. And as I said, with the Panda against Undead, it's super hard. Like, you can't even buy the movement auras as a human, so you will get kited to death. And that's with mana fountains, so on a big map, it's gonna be very hard, and Neutron has to get mass TP ASAP to do anything. He is definitely nice on his way, like 1.6k experience already. And yeah, also Aaron could take out Lelo if he wanted, which might have been smart because then he has a freeway, and that's definitely where he shines more than in the 4-way. So I would have liked if Aaron took out Lelo, but he is just too nice, I think.
Always surprised that there is nice players in FFA.
Yeah. Like, it really can feel so bad if you just take out someone who is trying desperately to survive. Like, yeah, there is some holding back for some people. And yeah, Qwest, wow, yeah, he took so many red spots, and he is now on 5 bases. So, and still on 50 supply, yeah. And as I told you, like, if you go for the rush, you will just face a very long game, and you can see all players approaching the 10k mark. And wait, the tree goes in there. Okay. So I thought Aaron took it out, but no.
Alright, sorry guys, I had to take an urgent call, but okay, so Lelu I see almost out, but still breathing.
Yeah, it's interesting that they let him have an expansion. Like, usually everyone could just take all expansions, like it was with, in the previous FFA with Trump. Like, he couldn't just take any expansions because everyone else just took theirs. But now Lelo may be getting one, but here the Blade Master comes with a tiny Great Hall. But yeah, he is giving it to Lelo, even though he could just finish or take it himself.
A very peaceful player, since we know him, but the viewers might not. He's not the type who would usually just finish you for like nothing if he didn't start the fight. So
and he's rather taking the expansion that's closer to Neutron and in a worse location for him than taking out Lelo, which is very sweet. And what I also like are all the wards. Look at the minimap. Everything is teal, so he has full vision, and the Doctor here is really doing a great job.
Same like in the previous semifinal. This is something he does really well. The macro decisions. He always has nice vision in the early mid game.
Yeah. And we can see at Neutron now the issue on this map. He has 11k gold and 62 lumber, so it's always very hard to manage your number. Oh.
Drop.
Ooh.
That would be scary.
Yeah, this would have been... I'm not sure what would we do. Maybe rehost or just give Qwest a free win? I'm not sure.
Rehost on frozen marshlands. Yeah, but the lumber is... It's gonna be fine if he just doesn't get attacked for a while, obviously, but... Imagine he gets attacked now by Qwest. He's screwed, he can't ever use that gold.
And now look at this. I mean, if Aaron gives this expansion to Lelo, this would be just hilarious.
Yeah, that might be Lelu pushing it a little bit too much.
Yeah, I think he's just going to spread out a little bit, so if Neutron takes out one place, he can rebuild in another, and it looks like the other players don't attack him. So he takes this opportunity to build back a little bit.
Good thing for Neutron, there still was some nice creep camps. So it's not like he didn't get to do anything. But this item is not great. This is basically Alchemist ultimate in an item. He would much certainly prefer the Dark Ranger ultimate, which is great, obviously, because you can get double race with this amount of gold. It's probably worth it, especially if you get like Orc and you can have Bloodlust Inner Fire.
I think I've
Yeah.
never seen Qwest going with the second race.
No, I don't think that's his style.
Yeah.
I think he likes.
I mean,
undead.
he needs all supply for Gargs, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's no unit better than 2 supplies Gargs.
Quest doesn't need 2 races.
Yeah. And that's what I said, that like there's literally 0 chance for Neutron now to win the game quickly, because now everyone is so rich. And if you take a look at the main bases, now Mass TP is already pretty weak, because
Yeah,
the main bases are already fortified.
indeed, and he can't even pump army with the gold. He's building towers that take 70 lumber each. So
Yeah, and he's falling so much behind on the Echo. Like, he has 2 4 bases income versus 2 for 6 bases income of Qwest, both on 50. So yeah.
this is such nice items. The Django, the Orb of Frost. And
Wait,
even the
that's the
Crystal Ball is
Django?
quite useful.
Yeah, Crystal Ball in FFA is really nice, because you can just scout the main base and take a look at what's happening there.
Whereas in solo, I feel it's kind of underwhelming. I don't know, but it's
And look at
in
this.
FFA, it's like one of the best drops, even I would say, on that level of items.
Yeah, it looks like Neutral is kind of clueless what to do, I think, because, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if that's doing too much for him now. He is only making Lelo going on him.
Well, if Lelu wanted to harass, he should have picked Tinker for sure. It's not so great with the heroes he has.
Yeah, I mean, RK is always nice in long freeways, because if you eventually get to transmute, you can balance the game perfectly.
Definitely not on level 2 in this spot.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Lelo has booked some time for today, I think.
Yeah, he still has some gold. He can still like operate on a low level.
Yeah.
Where does he have these moonwells? I don't even see it. Because it says he has 50 supply.
He has some trees spread around, like here
Oh,
is one,
nice.
and at the top.
That's
Yeah.
the power of Night Elf.
Yeah, let's see how the best Night Elf player is managing the situation,
Oh.
if he has potential to come back.
Sorry to interrupt, but look at that. That's a double race.
Suddenly we have 2 races, 2 Night Elves.
Oh man, it's so cool. Oh,
That
Yeah,
also-
and what's an FFA game without 2 elves? So that's definitely necessary.
So there's potential for some bloodlusted chimeras in the long term if he gets the 3 to survive.
well, that sounds pretty sick.
It's pretty crazy, yeah. Like, elf with orc casters is super strong.
Yeah, and like also with Spirit Link, I guess, it's pretty amazing. The chimeras will be so tanky, so strong if he gets to them. Good that he managed to hide a tree since Neutron is there, but he might find it while scouting for Lelu's trees.
Yeah, look at this. Like, he is definitely scouting for Lelo. Oh, and he found the altar now. So he's gonna chase.
But the
Panda.
panda, there's no MK. It's gonna get away.
Exactly, yeah. And Neutral will hate his hero choice in this game, so I'm gonna tell you that.
The first trends of revenge are coming. There's an arcane tower. Not on all of Neutron's expos though. Man, this is giving me such a scare.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And yeah, what Neutron did here with taking out Lelo quickly, he just is avoiding that the others are pumping.
And Lelu's tree at Qwest bottom
Ooh.
base walked into the towers.
But he will survive, I guess. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
running out of vision.
Just made it behind the trees. Just has to be careful with that one. The 2 trees are still fighting their endless fight.
That must be so annoying.
I think Iron wants to just like root it there so he can make some wisps. Because obviously if he loses that, that's wasted. He should try to get a wisp and get a tree in his main base where it's more secure. But Lelu just keeps on chasing.
Oh.
Don't know if he even knows about it.
Another tree down. That's 3 left, I think.
Even 2, I guess, because there's one Moonwell, so...
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's just 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the one in Qwest's towers is hardly safe, because if it walks anywhere, it's gonna die.
True. Yep, this is not good. And Qwest is already at 2,800. Like, for the entire game, he's at 50. 5 bases. He could even crack the 40k that we had last time.
And he has always so perfect creeping. Look at this. He has 5/5/5 heroes without fighting. I mean, it's just the best thing that Qwest could hope for this game. Like, I think Qwest just hoped that Neutron is not gonna rush him out. But after that, I think he is super comfy now.
And the thing is, he doesn't ever need to fight Iron. I think with 40k, Qwest can feel so confident even to practically 1v2.
Yeah.
Like, not the whole game, but like it's very hard to break the ramp. It's so unapproachable, even if you're 2v1, especially against undead who have sleep, have carrion, have nova.
Yeah, I think Qwest creeping is one of the most impressive things in the game. It's just amazing. Like, look at this. He is super greedy teching. He pretty much doesn't build any units. He only goes with rods, and he has 5/5 heroes, versus Aaron has 4/3/3. 4/4/3, sorry. And he both pretty much had just everything they wanted to go for. And yeah, good luck human against Ancient Django plus Unholy Aura.
Yeah. You can never walk, right? You have to mass tally and hope for the best.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. Neutron is preparing something.
Oh yeah.
And this has to get scouted quickly for either of them. Otherwise, we will have a dead main base. But Qwest kind of prepared already. Like, he has 2 fortified bases, so that's definitely nice to have. Yeah, I don't think he's in a hurry. And yeah, Lelo is also now on Neutron, of course, obviously.
Oh yeah, he wants revenge.
Yeah, that's understandable, especially if he plays for the win, because he also needs experience, and picking off peasants is the best way for him right now.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to be scared of tenders, so of bolt. So his staff of teleportation pretty much will always get through.
Yeah.
But he gives away his base. That's also something he has to consider.
And of course, what Lelu hopes for is that eventually when these players fight, they're just gonna kill each other's expos, and there's gonna be leftover mines for him to sneakily take.
Yeah, Lelu just has to hope that they fight very soon without the gold getting dried out, so he gets some bases.
Which they probably will, since Neutron is on 100. You don't want to stay on 100, obviously, when there's RM 50s.
Yeah, by the way, the wards ran out for Aaron, so he doesn't scout the tanks rolling over the... And there's also no shade for Qwest, so that's a little bit sloppy, I would say.
And that's a lot of tanks to farm for a quest. With the red block.
Well, he needs to build something. He's at 36, so he will beat Gradient's gold count easily, as it seems in this game.
Yeah, Neutron has to go on him, right?
But yeah, wait for it. There will be one fight and then someone will be out of gold.
This is, I think, too clunky to make so many tanks. They're not even gonna get up the ramp. Not all of them, anyway. Like, having 5 would be the same as having 10, I think.
Yeah, but as I said, Qwest, this is just too greedy. He's not scouting.
Yeah.
At all.
Neutron just retrained to Blizzard.
Yeah.
Smart, obviously, it's much stronger than Elementals.
Alright. And he doesn't even have too many crypts, what the hell? Like, usually he has like 10 to 12 crypts, but he's...
Maybe I spoke too soon, even the cloud is there, but the heroes are coming now.
Yeah, finally he starts pumping now. Sleeping the Dragonhawk, which is of course nice, but I mean, there are so many tanks. But the crypts are nicely protecting towers, at least for a bit. But now Panda plus Blizzard is of course extremely good in taking out buildings. Oh, yeah.
Like he didn't have a shade there and didn't scout it actually hurt him so much, because if he had the heroes ready, he could have thrown 1 or 2 free carrion swarms before the tanks even reached there. It would be very different.
Yeah, and Neutron even has an Iron Lelo. Poor Lelo.
Nice tank there from Neutron on the right side. Because that took out a nice expansion of Qwest as well.
Yeah.
But all in all, it's not that great of a trade, because he lost a lot of tanks already. And Qwest can easily afford to rebuild, whereas Neutron lost way more gold, I'd say, when he was 100.
True. You also have to always consider this. Now we have Frostworms and there's not a real counter against them. The tank's AI will just always attack the Frostworms, so there will not be any more damage. So it's definitely, I mean, it's, what is it? Is it like 3k gold that Qwest lost for still some experience of the tank? So it's not too bad.
Yeah, and Qwest can just rebuild. Although I don't see any backup Necro in the back, so he will have to tech again.
Yeah, and in the meanwhile, Lelo wasn't unbusy as well, so he has Planner level 3 and Keeper level 4, and Neutron lost like 10 rockers again.
Yeah, which is also, it adds up. So
yeah, of course, yeah. And yeah, everything that happened in this game was foreseeable, right? There's nothing like, oh, this was now unexpected that happened. Like, if you plan out your game, then you definitely would expect exactly this to happen.
But look at that, guys. Look at Iron's gold. Maybe he'll be the one to break the record.
Was about to say, like, slowly but steady, he creeps up to 40k as well.
Yeah, he is only on 5 mines, but still, yeah.
Where's his 3-0? Now he's stacking there, and he has a Wisp out. Does he have one in his main? No, I don't see it. Not in his main. I think he really should send one there to be safe.
Yeah.
Good for him is also he can save a couple of trees in his main. So he can like take the wood safely there with the Wisp, but it didn't occur to him. I think here it would be ideal to keep some.
I somehow get the feeling that Neutron is gonna go out first in this game.
Certainly possible.
Yeah.
As I said last time during the predictions, never bet against Evil Kid. He's not lost yet.
No.
Evil Kid being Lelu, of course.
I got my fan shirt on, I got my hopes up high. He finds a way.
Yeah.
If someone finds a way, it's
yeah. He will show you the way. So how is the progress on the Archmage? Okay, I mean the trees also add up. So he's close to level 6. And Qwest definitely needs to start sending out scouts and building an army to fight. And yeah, he's at least on 80 supply now. And the level 3 Karen is very strong against tanks. He also has the Orb of Frost, which can be quite nice.
For sure. I think it's great to have.
Yeah, as an undead, I'm not sure, because you have the Nova anyways, so. But
yeah, I guess on undead it's not so amazing, but whenever I find that on the Mountain King, I am rejoicing so hard.
Yeah, but look at the swarms, it's very nice. Yeah. And he even has the Medallion of Courage, so that's also a nice item. And yeah, Neutron will not be able to kill anything here. As you can see, this is what we said, without the Mountain King, undead will just kite you to death. And he doesn't even have a destroyer yet to get rid of the haze.
And this is the difference when fighting the tanks in an open field. Whereas in the base they can at least do some damage they did previously. Like this, they really don't do anything.
And now fighting on the fountain, I'm not sure if that's the smartest choice. Let's see.
He's trying to go for the DK, which can force the TP at least, but...
Yeah, I mean the breakers are always nice.
Oh,
the paladin just disappears!
Wow. And Lelu laughs on his face, just seeing it from the sideline.
Yeah. I mean, what's Lelu's goal now? Lelu's goal is to take out one player, so he definitely is gonna try to take out Neutron.
Oh yeah.
For obviously reasons.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he is having great joy to see Neutron lose here something. And yeah, this fight, by the way, what happened?
Dude,
like nothing died. Yeah,
45k gold. Yeah.
Yeah, Qwest didn't lose anything. He's almost level 6 on all heroes now. It will be great if he has Infernals. Now he's still chilling at the fountain. And yeah, nothing Neutron can do.
And Neutron didn't get 6. He's close, but he didn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Archmage is just where he started that fight. He didn't move an inch. Didn't even get a guard.
Well, that's sad. Didn't even get a Garg.
Maybe he killed some echoes. I'd give him that, but not more than that. And Lelu would really hope to take this mine where he's standing, I think, because that's a big one.
But how?
But it's under the Lion's Maw, so I'm not sure. But Neutron might not have any more time to hunt for Lelu soon.
Yeah, I don't like this, by the way, at all. He is mining on 100 at his main base.
Sure.
So this is so expensive.
That is a good point. In FFA, if you have a, especially on a map with ramp and fortified bases, if you have some thousands left in your gold mine, you definitely want to save it for at least to mine it on 80 if worst comes to worst.
For Aaron, it was fine because he's still on 50. Look at this gold count of Aaron. Oh my god.
That's the record, right? 47k? We're getting
The
to
record on
50k now.
stream, yeah, we're getting to 50 for sure, and no one is gonna attack him anytime soon, so he's just gonna chill about 50 here.
And eventually you're gonna get to a stage where Orc with so much gold is definitely scary. The hard part is over for Orc now, so...
True. Because bats trade inefficiently in gold, but
Yeah.
they do trade for XP, so you will get very high Orc heroes on a mana fountain map. It's gonna be great.
So he can afford to make 12 bets easily and just suicide them into the worms, getting 2 worms, and at that point it's perfectly acceptable with this gold.
We have one shade here. I don't like the position too much, honestly. I'm not sure what he's scouting for. Okay, he's moving.
Well, what is triggering me personally is how Iron has 2 boots of speed on the Shadowhunter. Just a normal mistake if he forgot to put it on the TC.
Yeah, like Side is also likes to do it, I think.
But it makes me angry how the DC is like slacking behind the 2 heroes.
And Neutron here killing the tree of Lelu.
Oh,
Lelu again.
Turns out he had time after all.
Yeah, but Lelu always going with the revenge kills here. And yeah, this is where it gets very hard for human if they get attacked. But yeah, I'm not sure. Like, Qwest is definitely realizing that it's just not too smart if they just fight. Everyone is fighting except for Aaron.
yeah, feels like it's a little personal.
Yeah, and look at the Aaron gold count. We finally see it.
Well, it's not
Ooh.
like Qwest is
Ooh.
lacking too much in the gold.
Yeah.
Big 50k, true 43k.
So 100 versus 80. And now we have Gyros in the mix, which are very strong as a supporter units.
But the carrion, you gotta be really careful with them.
Yeah.
Oh.
The first carrion. Okay, but in the meanwhile, of course, the tank's making great damage, also the Blizzard. And wow, already level 6. Oh my god, this was fast now. And we have to Infernal drop. Ooh, and the other
Ouch!
carrion
Okay,
swarm.
he was not
Oh.
careful with these gyros at all.
Yeah.
Towers
Yeah.
are helping, of
The
course,
next
as well.
carrion swarm is just gonna kill everything here.
Terrible
Ooh,
fight.
and there it
Ouch.
goes.
Oh my god,
But
that's
yeah,
so much
also-
experience.
Blizzard plus Breath is very strong, so Qwest is also losing a lot. A nice fight for sure.
Yeah, but Qwest can't afford it.
Yeah,
Neutron,
triple
not
level
too
6
sure.
heroes also.
He got so much
And
experience.
the
Kills the
panda
panda.
disappeared.
Oof.
Yeah.
Where's the paladin? Oh, okay, he was just probably stabbed home and was just coming later. I wondered if he died as well.
Yeah, it's so hard to fight Qwest here. And we are seeing it.
It's hard
Oh.
to fight this guy anywhere. Let
Yeah.
alone on a ramp in 10 under towers.
Yeah.
Airenikus just pushed to 100. He's getting ready for move.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, like he mined out pretty much everything already. Okay, so here, this is how it should be done.
Yep.
Just stop mining.
Why did he make an altar of elders? Oh, I guess for the tech.
Yeah.
I forgot you need to do it. It seemed very weird to me.
Okay, where does the 100 go now? Does it go on to quests? Yeah, and we will see so many bets this game. It's gonna
Yep.
be amazing.
Oh, we do have big upgrades, right? Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and we all know that Qwest hates playing versus Orc because, yeah, it's just, you can't really micro against the bats. You can go with Nova plus Karen Swarm.
You haven't
but
seen
it's-
Happy yet, dude.
Yeah,
You can,
okay,
you can.
But yeah, with the Orb of Lightning, it's just very hard to get away from an Orc. Plus the Storm, so yeah. Let's see how the fight goes. But it's 100 versus 67. Oh no, never mind. The bats already dropped Aaron to below 80.
Okay, Qwest doesn't want to fight this.
Yeah, and I don't think that Aaron got too many XP here.
Nice little chat from him. It's now I go on you because you managed against me. I have a legitimate reason.
Yeah. And Lelo is asking Neutron for peace, because if Neutron peaced with Lelo, then he could finally get an expansion up.
It's shaping to be more interesting now if Qwest and Iron fight, because Neutron can get a break, can
Yeah.
focus on Lelo and get some gold, although he's still on 100, and these Jaros, the sky has been blotted by them.
Yeah, Neutron is doing such a terrible job on the upkeep management.
Yeah, he has at max 10k left, and he's still in upkeep, and he's still mining.
Okay, now it looks like both going on Quest, so this is gonna be a challenge for him now. Ooh, big Nova here. And the Carrion Swarm, so yeah.
Carrion Swarm is great against Jaros, but it still has a damage cap, so you can't take this and very fast.
Yeah.
That's so many gyros, oh my god.
Yeah, that's so expensive.
And Qwest is supplies like he didn't build ziggurats, that's kind of a mistake.
Yeah, yeah. I also think he has way too little buildings in general, like only 4 crypts. What is this?
For the gold he has, he definitely has not enough buildings.
That was a big one, I feel.
Nice wagon though. Great touch for defense with the disease cloud. It's very strong on the ramp to have one in the back like that.
Yeah, Aaron now getting back the map control very nicely.
Some salt is being spread around finally.
Oh,
Yeah,
Part of every good FFA.
wants to get there peacefully. And yeah, it feels so nice for the Orc loading up all the mana on the casters.
Definitely. That's the best race for a mana fountain in FFA period because all the casters are so amazing.
Yeah. Oh, Neutral now
Oh.
marching in, and Qwest again only on 59 supply. I mean, why is he not just building it?
well, he had no ziggurats, but he could build now, finally. Doesn't really do it. Everything's empty. Qwest's getting a little angry here.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is very dangerous for him because he doesn't have much around the map. He has one Acolyte, like down
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I think that's the biggest issue of Qwest. He can get way too greedy.
Yeah, I agree.
But Aaron is here, so I don't think Aaron will let Qwest die, even though he should. Question mark.
Well, in our eyes, he
What the
definitely
heck?
should. I mean, then it would be super easy for him with that goal.
I mean, he has to know that he is the most good at this point. I think with 48.
But I'd say he might not know how much Neutron and Qwest exactly fought. They fought a lot.
Yeah. Ooh, nice Carrion.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Nice bowling.
This feels so good.
But Ike has to pop an invul now.
Lelo, look at this! So nice.
Nice.
It's some...
But he's also getting the top one, and that's 11k.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So if he gets enough time here, this is a great window for him to mine some.
Oh, dude. Every time I get a heart attack.
So Qwest Heroes back at the fountain loading up some mana.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this
more
was
carrions.
unnecessary, I think.
Okay, so all of a sudden, Qwest has to rebuild. Neutron's still strong. Barely lost anything, but also only on 10k.
Yeah, I mean, it could still be a strategic decision by Qwest, because now he definitely will not get teamed and bought a lot of gold. This is really what he likes to do, but he can overdo it. We've seen it in some occasions. And yeah, Lelo on Neutron mass TPing back.
Yeah, he needs this 10k mine.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this was the best point in time. But I think Neutron still wants to take out Qwest before going back to Lelu. And yeah, who is caring about Aaron?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Who the F is Aaron? 80 pop,
Yeah.
48,000 gold.
Yeah, that's the nice thing of being the underdog in the game. Is he gonna spare out Lelu? Wow, look at Aaron. He's not even attacking Lelu's hero, even though Lelu steal the mine where Aaron literally was mining.
They had a little peace talk. Like, you can have 1,000.
Yeah, and this was so nice from Lelu because you can't entangle a gold mine where someone is mining, but Aaron was pushing to over 80, so he had to stop his mining.
True.
And then Lelu could take the mine.
And takes out another gold mine. Oh, wants to mass TP for 500.
Qwest is wisely mass building macros. At least they don't cost any lumber, which is fortunate because his level of lumber is very low. So he's okay for the moment at the very least.
And it really sucks for Lelu now, as you pointed out way earlier, that he now has the Alchemist instead of the Potom, because he is just no scouting now of what's happening.
And I mean, as Elf without Potom, it sucks against human in general, because you just never will be able to TP. Although I don't know if Neutron is fond of using that, but it's very dangerous without a Priestess.
Yeah.
But maybe
you really have to point out how good it is played by Lelu at this point. Like, he managed to gain back 2 bases, where when Neutron was just gonna try to kill him, he took out 2 expansions from Neutron, or 3 even, with only 1 to 2 heroes. And now Qwest is a little bit in a tough decision, but he is buying some time here with going with the heroes.
Yeah, he can still get experience at least.
Yeah, he's doing great damage against the gyros, and also the Hala, I think, has to get out. Ooh, these swarms are so nice.
When he's on the offensive, Neutron can't be chasing his buildings that are just being built. He needs a new base somewhere. Yeah. So this is all giving him time for that.
Yeah, and it's also giving Lelu time.
Yeah, of course, that's the side effect. Lelu just needs his 10k and then he's back in the game.
Yeah.
He's getting close. Like, if he mines out both of these mines, he has a 10k for sure.
Yeah. And then he can, like...
Ooh, the Paladin.
Oops! And the Panda ult gone. Hola, no coil though. There's an invo potion. Should be fine. There we go.
Yeah, we'll be fine now for sure. The Arcane Towers are very annoying though.
Oh yeah.
This is a super wild game now. Like, a random panda coming in, some train.
Archmage! Oh, little.
One more coil, but
yep.
Ooh, the Arcane Towers.
Who Arcane Towers is saving this Archmage? This is wild.
Yeah. And here, oh yeah, Neutron is hunting Qwest here in the meanwhile. Qwest needs a tele staff, I guess, on the Dreadlord.
He does have one on the DK, should pass it to the Dreadlord, I think.
Yeah, but it's still gonna be tough to take out Qwest, even though market is tough to hide, but with 43k gold, you can ping pong a lot of bases. Alright, and look at this. Lelu is now piecing with Neutron as he saw that the gyros were close to his mine. So, super smart again.
That's great for him.
Yeah, and Neutron is forced to piece.
Yeah,
so I think most players would just play like Trump did the last game, just waiting it out. Oh,
never mind.
Okay.
Oh wow, backstab Neutron. What a
but
bitch.
not the panda.
Ooh, that's a good way to level, but needs repair. Needs a lot of repair.
No, not enough.
Close.
He doesn't even have the orb on the poor panda because he didn't have time to take.
Okay, I mean, this is it now for Neutron, I think. Because now Lelu is not going to stop anytime soon.
Yeah, he's just gonna hunt him for Breath of Fires.
The town is under siege.
Oh, and Arenicus didn't see it.
Yeah, Aaron now also taking the second mine from Lelu.
Oh, Lich surrounded.
Yeah, Qwest doing a D&D in the meantime.
But yeah. Look at this, he can't even stop the Death and Decay, even with his entire army, because there's just no bolt or disable.
Oh, just uses the
Oh!
telestaff.
Yeah. Like, this is so annoying, as we said in the beginning. Like, the panda choice. It
Yeah.
was just...
I
I
mean,
don't really like Panda second. I always tend to say this because it's just I feel like it's great against Orc and it's great against fight, but with the in a fight, but with the current meta that always goes to late game and almost always goes to hero arena, I'd just rather have the MK all the time.
And Aaron might just be thinking, what the hell is going on here? Like, I'm the richest and no one is going on me. Hello?
Yep.
Am I still here?
everybody's listening to me. Everybody's
Yeah.
obeying. Everything's fine.
Yeah, maybe he
These
thinks...
heroes aren't even level 5 yet. Nobody just gave him a fight.
Yeah. But he also doesn't go for it. Like, he could maybe do something, right? Or does he? Like, if he goes 100 and pushes someone?
I mean, why? He's
there's
still
Fire.
mining.
And there's the risk that, if he goes on Neutron, could say, okay, Qwest, let peace. Iron actually betrayed me or something, and then Qwest still has 40k, and the tides could turn very easily against him.
Yeah.
Just playing it careful, I guess.
Yeah, and Neutron has no chance to take a efficient fight anymore here against only heroes, pretty much.
Neutron is up against
someone makes a mistake.
everyone. Like, he attacked Lelu in the beginning, then he attacked Qwest, now he attacked Aaron in the meantime.
A town is under siege.
And even though he killed Lelu's Expo, it's so far away. Lelu can just take it again, the big one.
Yeah, Lelo is going for the 8.6k, and Neutron has no chance at the moment to kill it. He is just way too busy. But now Gyros again, trying to find some buildings from Qwest. Ooh, the panda.
Oh!
Ooh, another 5 Gyros. Minus
Oh,
500 gold.
And he's getting closer and closer to 5.
Yep.
I don't see a bright future for these gyros.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, Lelo was down to pretty much one Wisp, no hero. And he is still in the game. He is getting back gold, even though he's constantly getting taken out on his expansions. And he is gaining experience as well. So, super impressive play by him, I have to say.
Right, there's still so much gold for Qwest though. Don't count him out too early.
Yeah. Yeah, Qwest really likes to do this play dead style. But yeah, as we saw already, he also is known for overdoing it.
A town
Hashtag Zappa.
Hashtag Zapper vs Lolite for sure. Alright, first time in a while that we have a moment to breathe. Who's the favorite? Who's trailing? Who's about to be eliminated? What's the
I
summary
mean,
of the game
Qwest
so
is on
far?
one building, seriously.
Oh! He has
Okay,
2 acolytes
He builds
though.
up here again.
3
Yeah,
acolytes.
this is
then.
so greedy again. I mean, why? Like, this is just so... Wow, I don't think this is worth it. Like, he can just build 2 more armies and then go for the same thing.
If you
But
develop
now
an
this
FFA...
is way too risky.
Yeah, if you develop a style, just stick with it, I guess. Wouldn't be Qwest without
Yeah.
such a playstyle.
Yeah.
You must like adrenaline rush from it, or I don't know, because it doesn't make sense to me either, and it happens every third or second game he plays.
Yeah, and he's just so dominant in fighting, so why isn't he just going for fights if he can just take out Neutron?
Thrill Seeker Qwest.
And especially doing it against Mass DP, that's like playing with fire.
Yeah, totally. Now he's styling with the heroes a little bit.
town is under siege.
It's a gyro gone, it's more experience.
Yeah, I mean, he's killing stuff, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I still wonder what is Neutron's plan to win here. I mean, even if let's say he takes out Qwest and Lelo magically.
I'm very
I mean,
sure he has no
For
plan.
what? For what?
He just wants to fight all the time, and that's it. Oh, that
Yeah.
carrion swarm was massive!
It's so
Yeah, I
beautiful,
saw
yeah.
it. I saw it. That was crazy. Kill like 7 gyros in one swarm or something.
Yeah, and to me it looks like Neutron will not be able to kill Qwest even if Qwest is staying on 3 heroes.
Yeah.
Because Qwest is still trading better and has so much gold.
Alright, we have the hero arena. DK surrounded.
Oh, nice around. He can TP to the Necro that he has here though.
Yeah.
The shield here.
Almost no mana on the Dreadlord anymore. Oh,
Ooh, damage.
Whoa, it's dead!
Oh my
There was an
that
invul,
hurt.
there was a staff, there was everything!
Yeah. He was so focused on the DKs around, which
Yeah.
works out.
That's it.
There's
Steph-
an invul pass.
Oh, so
Oh,
sick
that-
on 20! Despite
Yeah,
the
but
holy
he
light.
still can't get out.
He might be able to eat. Oh, he doesn't have that. Right?
Oh.
Yeah, but he'll be fine with the Archmage dead. No mass TP. He should be able to just tavern the DK easily.
Lit.
Yeah, Lich will also fall.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice!
Willy,
He takes out
though!
the stand on the way. Ooh!
Willy though!
Oh, so
Slim!
nice!
And the Orb of Frost now, of course,
Oh,
amazing!
perfect!
Exactly.
Oh my god, this was so nice. I mean, how can you only lose the DK here? It's so impressive here.
And in Hero Arena, the Orb of Frost is so great. That's
Yeah.
where it's the best, actually.
Yeah.
That's where it shines the most.
Yeah. Yeah,
Also
Neutron is
chasing
running out of
streams.
steam.
Oh yeah.
He's on 28 supply.
He's also only on 7,000 gold. He has not much left. Lelu is richer than
Uh,
him.
I really like your progression as a FFA caster. He's only on 7k gold.
I'm learning with you guys. You teach me well.
Oh, the Lich died.
Oh,
I
Lich
didn't
died.
catch it.
Oopsie. Yeah, I'm not progressing as a cameraman, that's for sure.
Well, as the legend has it, Hightech once fell asleep during an FFA final, so
Dude, that happened to me in a game for third at the World Championship.
I
That was
guess if you cast for a really long time, it just
it was rather
Wow.
the night before in a Chinese club than a long broadcast, but okay, there we go.
I
Lelo even
can't
scratching
really imagine how that looks like.
Lilo scratching out the last 500 gold from this mine too.
Yep.
From the natural of Neutron. So he has still a very great map awareness, even though he doesn't have an owl or any units.
Player's forces are under attack.
And yeah, Lelo richer than Neutron.
Yeah,
Officially confirmed.
Lelu and Qwest can probably somehow balance Airenikus?
Yeah, that's the question, right? I mean, Qwest has to rebuild, otherwise, how?
With
Because I don't
Coil
think
Nova
that the
Carrion
five,
Swarm?
yeah, I don't think 5 heroes can get this down. Can fight versus 100 supply, and yeah, Aaron is on 100 supply. It's just a matter of time when he's gonna stab.
Lelu mentions the double race of Iron. No one really mentioned it until now.
True.
Because he has the bear now. It's amazing to have one bear for Roar.
Yeah,
Huge value.
yeah. He's getting mountain giant upgrades as well. Ooh, the panda. I mean, gyros are way too expensive at this stage, and they are not accomplishing anything. Like, Neutron is not even getting the high score at the moment. So, I mean, maybe he does because he raised the most buildings. But yeah, the game will go on for a little while, looking at the gold counts.
A player's
But
forces
Qwest
are
has to
under
rebuild.
attack.
I mean, no one will complain because everyone knows that he should have the gold.
I'm really looking forward to the Blade Master with Claws plus 15, Endurance, Kodo, Roar. That could be like 400 crits in the future,
Let's go.
but we will see. He might just get slapped every time.
Ooh, the next breath. More gyros falling.
Ooh. Okay,
It
one
was
more
not
kill is
Lelu's.
five.
So I think Newton attacked the moonbird, which belongs to Aaron.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Wow, the panda is now really close to 5, like one more kill and he's on 5. And I think Lelu deliberately didn't revive the Alchemist because it's so useless and he rather has more progression than the other 2 heroes.
Isn't Transmute super good in a bit?
Yeah, but Yeah, if it's spread, if the XP was spread around 3 heroes, then I don't think he would be there
All
where
right.
he is yet. Also, he's always very low on supply, so 5 supply always means a lot if you get up 1 to 2 trees at the most.
Panda almost got them again. Keeper's also here. Also close to 5.
Yeah, and this is now a very nicely protected base. for
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh yeah.
He doesn't even have to care for himself. And yeah, Qwest is rebuilding finally, and he is tier 2, so that's the nice part about Undead. If you don't go for worms, you only need tier 2 and have infinite guards.
And finally, be able to defend the main again.
A player's forces are under attack.
So yeah. Nice relocation by Qwest to the top left, so he is not in danger of getting close rushed by Aaron, so he always has some time to prepare.
Oh, and then now what Neutron has said, it might persuade Qwest indeed to just finish Lelu. Since
Yeah.
Neutron just said that he just plays for freeway, whoever leaves first, it's fine for him. So, and then go on Iron, and that's perfect for Qwest. So.
Oh man. Okay.
Ooh, but now Aaron on Qwest. Ooh, this could be.
When he heard that, he sprang into action, and look at that.
Oh my
Could
god.
this already be the game-winning move? Because Neutron might not care too much, and Lilo is not aware of it at all.
It might be, and that would be perfect surgical strike. If Qwest doesn't have an echo, then he's dead.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron waited all this game for the best moment to attack, and I think he found it.
Yeah. Everything was rebuilt, but nothing spent really.
That was perfectly done from him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That timing, man, just, perfection. Oh god, and Qwest is not happy about this. Is that the last building? I think so. I don't see it anywhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
yeah.
mind. Never mind. Called it too early. He had one echo. I didn't see where
Oh.
he had it.
Yeah, but still, I'm not sure if Neutron is gonna play the smart way. Like,
Under attack.
Ha! Of course
Nothing.
not. Oh, look at this.
because at some point someone has to weaken Aaron. And if Neutron is just chasing Qwest and Lilo, I mean, how should the game end?
Oh,
How
Neutron
is
wants
Aaron
Lilo
winning?
out. Is that the last building?
Of Lelu?
Yeah?
I don't know. Maybe.
Ooh, yeah, he has no more tree, that's for sure.
Not even like behind the shop. He has no tree of life, but
There's a wisp. So,
Oh, can you stab the panda or something? It would be so huge.
well,
Oh, no.
he's uprooted the tree, so he's taking reduced damage from the siege.
yeah, the
Yeah.
panda is having some troubles.
So he might just be
Oh.
barely okay. Yeah, with the keeper slowly it should be. Oh, but Neutron's coming.
Ooh, here is another one.
Oof, okay, that was close.
Very tense. Very tense.
Yeah, but in the meantime, I mean, Aaron is just winning the game. Like,
Yeah.
Neutron is messing it up.
Oh, that panda's
Yeah.
dead.
And Neutron always so stubborn.
Or you call it entertaining.
Town is under siege.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. I mean, Qwest with 36k gold, he has... I think he should just build.
And where's that echo now? Oh, he brings it with the hero, so he's
Okay.
fed up by the aura. I mean, he must be glad for having undead now. Because any other race would be long dead, but at least undead can spam buildings without occupying the worker. And Qwest really needs Neutron to press Iron somewhere to have some time.
Yeah.
And he can help him a lot with these 3 heroes if he goes with him. But Neutron's really dead set on finishing Lelu, so Qwest, it's in his interest for Lelu to die. Because
Yeah, Lilo is now losing his last buildings.
Yep. The wisps are running to build somewhere. Qwest catches one.
Here, the wisp.
Oh, he needs to be fast though.
He
Yeah.
built in the corner.
Is that the last building? He doesn't see it.
And it's
Yeah,
super
now
weird.
he hit the moon well down.
It's super weird for Qwest and Neutron, because Qwest might now be interested to take out Neutrons to get the freeway, so Neutron is satisfied finally.
Is Neutron ever satisfied before he took out Lelu? I don't think so. Is Aaron defending Lelu's moon well now? Is that on purpose?
Who knows? I don't think he saw it personally.
Okay.
I mean, it's so weird from Aaron's perspective. I mean, think about it. You are just 45k gold, 100 supply, killing everything, and now still no one fights against you.
But there it is, though.
Oh, okay, but instant TP, I mean, what are you supposed to do?
I mean, maybe Neutron wakes up finally and realizes that maybe...
Nice little bet detonate.
Town is under siege. A player's forces are under
One
attack.
bet for like 4 gyros. And Qwest going to D&D some trees to build a sneaky necro to hide.
yeah.
Which is fair at this point. Although it's still also like him to spend more. Still making me anxious, and like they're not gonna be able to contest Iron without. Even though these heroes are so powerful, the Orc army with elf casters as support, I don't know.
Yeah, it's so sick.
Just don't see them doing it too easily, especially with wards all over.
Yeah, I think Qwest really misplayed. I mean, Neutron misplays every second, but Qwest definitely had the chance here to do something. And now he is very low on lumber, like 1k lumber. This is the situation I told you also in the beginning, that this might happen. Like 1k lumber, you can't really build anything.
Iron has some moonwells in the back of his base now. That's really scary, Orc with moonwell.
Oh, damn. Yeah, otherwise they don't have a way to regen the mana. With
Yeah.
that, of course, you do.
He doesn't
Okay, it
even
looks
have
like-
middle.
Does this mean that...
Yeah.
Does this mean that Neutron is now teaming up with Qwest finally? I mean, this would be very nice for the game.
I hope so
A player's
too.
forces are under attack.
Blade Master plus 27, not even roared up.
Yeah, and Qwest can't even catch a break, and that's also when you go super greedy to save gold, you just lose gold by rebuilding and failing.
Yeah. Easily wasted 10k on nothing.
Yep.
By that. He could have easily had a 1k army. I mean, yeah, 100 supply, I mean.
Okay, but finally they team up here, that's good. Come on, Neutron, don't backstab Qwest, please, in this fight.
He will
course,
so
yeah,
backstab him. He will so backstab him.
Yeah. Definitely K here, definitely be nice, but...
He just used it, right? I think it's on cooldown still.
Ah, yeah, that's...
It has quite short one, I think, but...
Yeah. Now here we see
Even
45
Wizard and
bases.
Breath of Fire will shred these towers too.
Yeah, that's good. Like, that's pretty much the only advantage of these heroes on that map. You can break these 45 bases the best. But yeah, now they have to fight. And this is gonna be a cool fight now.
Should be super one-sided, I guess, or can the heroes make up for it? Aaron can't stomp, really. It's the Blade Master. Can he be disabled? Yeah, with sleep, I guess.
They just need to pick off units, I think, and
Yeah,
just
like
play
the Qwest should use the time to rebuild now.
Yeah.
Like, this is the most time he will get. At least build ghouls and get some lumber.
Sounds like you're getting frustrated over there. 292. Double Infernal.
For heroes,
Oh, the
Oh,
Panda!
close.
Okay, I mean, they're making some progress. I mean, it's a long way
Iron
to go,
is
but
Inferno-
we see something.
Inferno Stone
Good.
was saving it the whole game. He really needs to kill some breakers. He needs bigger levels, and then he's gonna be fine.
Okay, Qwest calling for the back because he's out of mana, I guess. And Neutron is still in.
That's
Huh.
good for
Ooh,
Iron.
but yeah, Resurrect is
Nice.
good now.
Still nice experience from 5 or 6 breakers.
I don't know if the letter B exists in Neutron's vocabulary. Or
Yeah,
alphabet,
but
I guess.
I hope finally the feud between Neutron and Lelu and Qwest has ended with this. This would be amazing because then we could see a great game, and Lelu is trying again to get this mine. I mean, he is still on the 6.9k gold, so that's pretty impressive. And he's wow. I mean, look at this. He has this mine and
Yep.
he's getting this mine, so he used the time well.
A player's
Okay, Mushroom Lelu. He's even getting the Alchemist back now.
Yeah, he's finally in the queue. Well, Qwest built, so Aaron is hoping that Neutron is going the other way.
That's expensive
That's
in the
it.
middle. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
4
and that-
Wyvern. Ouch!
Yeah, And the castles.
Oh, Aaron, are you flying too close to the sun, my friend?
Yeah, because there's another Nova and another swarm
Yep.
coming.
Bye-bye, witch
Okay,
doctors. Schwupp.
Heal just in time.
That's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
Nova.
he's not accomplishing a lot here other than
Nope.
using units step by step. I mean, fighting an undead next to the mana fountain.
It's the Inferno though.
Yeah.
But
Ooh,
that gives
the next
nothing,
cast
it's
is-
like
Oh
killing
my
a knight.
god.
Yeah, and this is also buying time, but Qwest is not realizing he needs schools.
He built a crypt in the north, so maybe he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
Lelu
Aaron
saying
just
lol.
lost 30 supply or something? 40? 30, 35. And
Lelu
Lelu-
just realized that he is alchemist.
He forgot about this hero. But the sleep is so
Okay.
annoying in this middle area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, but now
Oh,
the
now
Be
he
careful,
might-
the next stomp.
Oh, instant sleep
Oh.
though. He should have probably just gone with the other heroes, I guess.
Oh, and he's still killing more.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's so nice the death pact on the Kodo. On the animated death.
And this is just sad for Iron because
He's just losing to 3 heroes here.
Undead heroes, baby,
Oh.
let's go.
Yeah. I mean, he is playing perfectly, constantly sleeping the
Oh.
blade. DK movement perfect, coils in time.
Yeah,
away
this
from
this
the
fight is
CC.
really solid.
Wow. Yeah.
What will do? That's the
Yeah,
wild card now.
Yeah, Lelu mining on 2 bases again.
Oh,
Insane.
Shadow Hunter, dude!
Shadow-
Aaron is completely getting wiped out by 3 heroes
Yeah.
and 2 fountains,
Yeah.
which is basically
Yeah.
1 statue.
Yeah, if you want to kill these heroes, you need the full group of Bloodlusted Wyvern.
Yeah.
You're not doing it just with the heroes ever.
I mean, he still has 40k. He can rebuild.
Yeah, but there's a big problem. Like, if everyone is on him and like everyone would take out his proxy buildings, then he there's no way to escape from his main base, and he will eventually die with 40k gold.
3 more wyvern going down the north to Lelu.
Oh wow!
Meanwhile, rulers can be happy for the ghouls that are being made now.
Yeah, finally, great decision here. Best decision.
Yeah, man, be happy for once, old grumpy grump.
Wow, Lelu's experience on the keeper. Look at this. He's almost level 6.
Yeah, like he killed these 3-4 wyvern. That was massive.
Like he had 2 heroes and the keeper was level 3.
And Lelu is close to 10k.
What the hell? Oh my god! Don't tell me this. Evil kid going again. It's not like. It's not even like he was ignored the entire game after he got killed. Like,
Oh, no.
He was constantly chased.
Yeah. 100%.
And on that map, even without Zeppelins and so little surface to build.
One side is he practically has 2 heroes, because the Alchemist doesn't even count at level 2.
Yeah. I just wanted to open a prediction whether we will see a transmute in this game. Okay, but Neutron is finally playing smarter, I would say. And by the way, must be super annoying for Neutron. He will get the the message that he's under attack pretty much every 10 seconds.
Players' forces are under attack.
Moving on the towers again.
Yeah, yeah,
Some of these are gonna fall.
yeah.
Oh,
It looks
yeah,
like
these
they're.
two are nice.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that main is surviving that. He can't really go there to Hex in time.
And now really both Lelu and Qwest survive. This is the raging Neutron.
What the hell?
And even Neutron survived, by the way. This is also this is also a good point.
Oh man, FFA, you glorious, glorious game mode. What a show.
Yeah. Wow, now we see 9 heroes. And Aaron is on 62, so he doesn't seem to try even.
It's really not that much, exactly. I mean, what can he do? He's just
Yeah.
losing more. It's impossible.
Level 9 Dreadlord, oh my god.
There's so much disabled, there's so much AoE, there's so much nuke, there's so much healing, there's just everything.
Yeah, and Lelu happily joining in as well. And he really minds to over 10k gold, this madman.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen a 3-on-1. But that's gnarly.
Yeah. I mean, versus Leluaami, I think, when Leluaami was hoarding the entire game to 50k.
Wasn't that just 2-on-1 and gradient
You know,
hoarding?
right? No, it was on Ferocity,
Ah,
where Liltic was close and Lelo was taken out by Qwest. And this was the game where Leluaami took out Qwest with the Zapper.
two. Now that you
I think
say...
there was a 3v1 because Leluaami was just taking 8 expos on 50.
Now that you're saying so many smart things, we got a $33 donation by Sif Kenneth. Thank you very much, mate. 133.
Thank you so much. And now Aaron suddenly looks a little bit stupid, honestly, with his
Yeah.
38k gold and level 5 heroes.
Who would have thought that heroes are pretty good in Warcraft?
Yeah. And Qwest is rebuilding, but not at Neutron, but at the top left, smartly. And he's getting lumber. Great. And Neutron guessing 30k, which is even underestimating.
Iron, I thought he would have like a peon in the burrow. I don't even... He has the tree, he has some wisps, but he has like this one peon here.
Yeah,
But
he
it
might
come
switch
into
to
a
elf now.
very serious situation where an orc will not be able to make orc buildings and he will just be able to make elf buildings if he's not careful.
That's so
Yeah.
stupid. But yeah, why not?
It could be that very easily if he loses that one great hole.
Yeah, and it's so funny, this item, this Scepter of Mastery, where you can basically the Dark Ranger hero power. It can be super bad, and in other games it can be like game changing if you
Yeah.
suddenly have a second race. And Aaron now on the poor ghouls, but Qwest smartly didn't rebuild there, that's top left, so yeah, it again looks like Qwest is a little bit too late again, like finally he's building Garg, so I thought we will see like 200 Gargs versus 200 bats this game, but somehow Qwest is only building zeroths and crits this game.
Okay, Blade level 6. Does that help?
Ooh, Infernal drop. Yeah, he still sleeps. He still likes
Yeah.
to sleep at level
Oh,
6.
SH!
It's not enough.
Yeah, the Frost armor is also so strong, by the way.
Against the Blade? Yeah, for sure. I mean, it basically negates the Bloodlust, I guess.
Yeah. Ooh, and Lelo is there for some XP here. Hungry for some XP.
Maybe an entangle here, there.
Maybe some XP for Iron at least, but no.
Ooh, that was the Frost Nova plus Warm. I think 5 casters done
Eight.
again.
899 now.
Yeah, that must be so fun to play for Qwest if you can handle the heroes as well.
Okay, how much gold is that? 5k for Neutron. It's really not that much.
A player's force
Yeah,
is
yeah.
under attack.
And wow, yeah, Lele definitely got chances again in this game,
Town is under siege.
officially.
I never doubted him. I always believed in my boy.
Yeah, I mean, I always say the same, but it looks so stupid at some point. Like, this game.
Oh,
And
Blade
now
Storm.
it's reality. Wait, Neutron on Lelu's tree.
Yeah, I'd like Lely to hide a couple more trees at least.
And it's so wild.
Shadow Hunter about to die. He will die, will he not? That's the last invul. Can he? He can't run.
Yeah, bye. Oh my god, I don't want to know how much Aaron lost here. Like 10k gold to 3 heroes at least.
Another sleep. Oh no! You can stop, but you can't hide.
Yeah, again, 3 players, 2 players around 1 CC.
Brothers in arms. Brothers
Yeah.
in arms. Level 8
Wants to
ultimate.
get the last hit.
What
Ooh.
the hell?
Qwest still not on Neutron. That's nice, but Neutron maybe on Qwest, I'm not sure. No.
Well, good thing for Qwest is, since he still doesn't have army, Neutron doesn't really see that time to actually team Qwest. Because with these hero levels, at this point, I would say he's like more dangerous than Iron again, by far. But of course, it doesn't look like it because he lost his base so many times. He
And this game is so crazy.
doesn't have army really. But Iron
Oh, the one building. Okay, Lelo builds another 2 Tree of Lives.
Yeah, so maybe Neutron just wants to drain Iron a bit and then content refocusing on Qwest.
Yeah, Neutron finally playing smart, like he still
needs to really
realizes that
get
Aaron
his
has a lot
gold
of gold.
down. He's so poor.
Lilo
Yeah,
wants to
but Lelo now
farm.
getting
Lilo wants to farm the towers for a little more XP.
And that hurts.
and it's quote unquote justified because Neutron took out his tree top left.
Oh yeah.
And it can't get punished too much. I mean, yeah, maybe. It will definitely.
He's
Neutron
trusting him
definitely will
again.
Not like it.
You can't trust Neutron.
Oh
We
my
know
God,
that.
this is so crazy. Like alliances left and right, backsteps, and look at this lich. I really liked his position. Oh my God.
What
Oh,
the?
he stepped on the guard.
Ah, damn,
It's
that's
so
nice.
Wow, and it may give him 6 pets or something again.
Aaron is just getting pummeled everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Oof, that's rough.
Okay, like Aaron pointing out that Qwest is rich as well. And Qwest, I'm not sure, man. He's still at 37. Like, there is not even an owl or something who could expose him. Okay, now he built again, finally. Also, why does he even get slaughterhouses? I haven't seen a single statue or any
Nope.
unit from the slaughterhouse this entire game.
There was a wagon.
Oh, true.
Yeah, there was one wagon that threw the base.
Okay, and now I think the Knight of build is killed. Okay, there's one wisp. Here
It's
for
how
Aaron.
close was it for Iron when he almost finished Qwest. You could see Qwest was really scared when he flamed because
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, this could be the moment where Aaron could have just won the game with 50k and the entire game looked stupid and everyone playing it. And
one
now
echo
suddenly we
shifts
are...
the game so much.
Yeah.
So funny. Qwest moved from south to north. We go from 60k gold to basically a lost position for Aaron. Lelu had one building and a dream and is still in and suddenly one of the richest players. It's insane.
It's so cool, yeah. Yeah, and this is also where those players play in the final. I mean, yeah, honestly, the other 3 players made up for Newton's mistakes in decision making. Like, they balanced his mistakes.
You always have to clean up after that guy. I know that.
Yeah, yeah. But now he plays well, and that's the most important part.
Iron just
When
lost
it
his
counts.
last wisp? No, there's... Okay, he's
Yeah.
building a tree
Forces
down,
under
but
attack.
Oh, Lelo.
cheers for him. Well, and Leilu's piece doesn't seem to be too trustworthy either. 'Cause
Yeah,
He
it's
just does.
interesting. I
He
mean,
just doesn't like
yeah.
towers.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's just makes Newton angry. And Qwest is still farming Aaron with 3 heroes. Oh, he is
Neutron
picked up.
is so desperate. Like, he should be able to destroy Leilu, but he doesn't have the MK, doesn't see the trees. He feels helpless against this, actually.
Yeah.
Next Qwest to finish him. He just can't do it alone.
A player's forces are under attack.
Would be a different story with the MK.
Yeah. I mean, Lelo even managed to mine like 2k gold and steal it from Aaron, who was on 50k pretty much. Didn't do anything.
And also, I think the sorceresses are really lacking in this game. You want to have one or
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
also wanted to point it out already.
For defense is so valuable.
Yeah. And Neutron has to play super cost efficient now, and I like it to have exactly 6 breakers because those can be resurrected, so he can, in theory, trade without losing any gold every time.
And honestly, more breakers aren't even that efficient. Or like
Yeah,
useful
they just block each other.
on each other. That's like the perfect number.
Right, who makes the next move? What is the next move?
Wow, he's in Abomination. All right. I have no idea why. Maybe the Seas Cloud.
Huh. Yeah, he did research
Town
that.
is under siege.
Yeah, against the breakers, it could be nice, I think.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, Lelo has the gold to build another army. Like, not now, but somewhere in the game. Later on.
Okay, we're getting worms, we're getting gargs, we're getting statues.
Yeah, like, it's very scary here for Neutron to face that army from Aaron.
It is a huge
Right,
investment
killing
though.
the powers again.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotta run.
Soon
Yeah.
there's going to be no defense against the Breath of Fires and the bases.
Yeah, and it can't really be punished by Neutron because he doesn't have the gold for gyros anymore to attack Lelo's trees. And if he moves out the base, then Lelo is just gonna get in and kill some more. So, a very bad situation.
Just let Lelu regenerate, because he also attacked him before. He could use some experience, like these are easy pickings for Orc.
Ooh, and he's going for mass daisies now. Interesting.
Huh. Against these bad riders. Is that a good choice?
We will see. We will see.
Player's forces are under
I don't know
attack.
about that.
In
either.
theory, it doesn't look too good, I think.
It's a unit that's bad both against Wyvern and bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alp. Can he connect though?
Yeah.
I mean, if the bats are gone, then the gargs can come in maybe. Maybe that's the plan.
Ooh,
It's an
he got
expensive
the wrong
plan.
destroyer. Yeah, and now with the raiders in, it's also tougher here. Using one Desi and TP, this is acceptable.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Yeah, and soon Qwest is the richest, even though he's rebuilt like 3 times, 5 times his base. Okay. And Aaron dropped 20k gold already. For like 3 hero levels.
Alright, everybody, if you like what you see, there's a Matcherino. You can boost the prize pool for these glorious, glorious players who put on a show for 1.5 hours roundabout. Go check him out. It's in the chat. It's a Matcherino. You'll find it. Chip in if you can.
Oh, the DK though, the DK!
Oh!
Oh man, this was so bad by Qwest, the first bad move, because he has 4 destroyers and didn't dispel the hex.
Oh, an instant tavern, but has no mana now.
Yeah,
He has to get
This
out.
could be tricky. We know the coils here, no? That's untouchable.
Yeah, I think the Devour was on cooldown though. Because there was so much to dispel from the Orc.
Oh, and Neutron finally got at least the Alchemist of Leo. At least
Yeah,
one.
and another tree. So the question is, how does Lelo react? Is he
And
just
we
wanna
can
paste
able
him?
with the Seas Cloud even against the Orc
Yeah.
ground. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think it was against the Breakers rather.
But I agree with one guy in the Twitch chat who said Iron could have just made Bloodlusted Chimeras and wiped Qwest.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he could wipe him, but I think it was such a obvious choice because that's how you go for hero kills with the Chimeras and Hex. That's gonna disappear just 1 second. I think it's much better than Wyverns, personally.
I agree. But I think Aaron is not really used to playing
Mm,
dual race because he's an Orc player without Dark Ranger.
that's the issue. He doesn't even really rebuild the elf buildings. He just built that one tree.
Yeah, like if this was Eshan, then we would definitely see heavy elf armies here with Orc casters.
Yeah, random players more often like to go for double race for obvious reasons. But he basically just uses it for the Moonwells, which is nice. Not gonna overwhelm the opponents.
I mean, finally Qwest has a base and an army.
Attack.
And again, no lumber.
Yeah. And what's happening between Neutron and Lelu? And yeah, that's the issue for Lelu, that Neutron is now
It's
taking out these trees. I mean, they are well spread, so
that's been
if you
happening
kill
for-
one, then just 2 more will get spread out.
Oh.
And yeah, against NastyP, it might not be too smart. I think Lelu should
A player's force
offer peace again.
Ooh, we go again. Big
nice.
fight between the 2 richest players.
Oh, yeah.
He TP'd twice.
Yeah.
Ha!
Nice.
Must have panic TP'd because he lost all the
Yeah.
air in one swoop.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. They were so stacked up. And yeah, this is hitting Aaron's bank. Slowly but surely.
Neutron is making progress. He dropped Lelu by 2k at least.
Still has 8.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
player's forces are under
But the heroes are
Yeah.
bad, so that's an issue.
I'm not sure, is Lelu's plan to get out Neutron now, or...
Just get XP, I don't know either. He just wants freeway as well, I guess. Both of them want the same. But they just can't convince the others to like join one of them.
Yeah, but is it, if it is freeway, then it could lead very quickly to a quest win, maybe?
Oh, and that panda is in trouble.
Yeah.
Not anymore, but the haze has very short cooldown. And the panda
Yeah.
ulted. Now he has a
Oh,
disable.
just in range. Like, can he death out in time, or is the Cyclone ready?
He's just gonna TP.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It has really short. I think the cooldown must be like 8 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's
10,
just barely enough that you can
Yeah.
cancel the staff again.
but not
player's
sure.
forces are under attack.
Yeah, I already tested it, but I'm also not sure.
So why you ask me then if you test?
Yeah, because I don't remember, unfortunately, anymore.
Quest starting with
Ooh,
another.
the bats out of position. Another 3 to 4 bats dying, and the next bat is dying, and another bat.
But at least Orc has like a way to run on that army. He can't get kind of.
Yeah, I mean, this engine Django is just golden for Quest in this game.
For sure.
Like on a map without a marketplace, it's just the best to find for him.
Town is under siege.
Neutron even killed Iron's tree. Was a
Oh,
bit-
was it Aaron's?
Yeah.
I think he doesn't really realize that there are two.
Yeah, probably not now. But there's still one more Wisp under his main base. He really doesn't seem too keen. He's fine with the Moonwells, it looks like.
A player's forces
Yeah.
are under attack.
It's also funny that you don't see the blight here.
Yeah. It looks
Yeah, and
good.
Neutron is really scouting for these hidden trees. And Lelo, on the other hand, seems to be quite passive. And it almost looks like Lelo can't find any more trees for the treants to harass. Because this map has not too many trees.
True. I didn't even think of that, but that's
Wow,
cool.
yeah, that's the first time.
I mean,
That
it
might
might be a
happen.
serious. It might be a serious issue that, for example, Quest can't get any more lumber and is rich in gold.
Are under attack.
Yeah, Quest should really rush that. Now that you say it, he should side trees very fast now, actually.
Yeah, I think Lelo within these 90 minutes cut down all the trees with his keeper. Even in the middle, the
Deforestation.
trees are already down. Wow, I haven't considered this too much.
Yeah, that's
now.
definitely a first for me, that the amount of trees on a map might decide the outcome of a game.
Oh, and Quest wants to take this lumber now as we talk about it.
Oh
Because
yeah, the
there's
bottom
a
right
lot
lumber
here.
is juicy now. Yeah.
Dude, don't tell me he planned this all along.
No. I think he was this.
Okay.
Iron might get one free worm. Finally, something good for him.
Yeah. I mean, that's level 6
Level
TC.
6 TC.
Yeah, he moved away the Blade Master, so the TC gets 6.
Goes for Aura level 3,
Progress.
by the way.
Wow.
Maybe he
Wow,
already
that's
had it,
pretty-
or maybe he just has level 2 stone, but that seems weird.
Mm.
Maybe he just doesn't have ultimate.
Yeah.
Wait, I can check. Since overlay is still working.
Oh, right.
Stomp 2. Oh, massive fight!
Wow, yeah. But very nice stone from he has dodged most of the bats here. And yeah, again, Aaron has to TP out here. Wow.
But I
Both
feel like
ladies.
might have been he already like lost some units to the first like wave of spells. He could have probably stayed a bit longer, I would say. The DK was pretty low. He could have tried for a hero kill, but he just didn't want to risk it, I guess, losing more gold.
Town is under siege.
Yeah, and Lelo is now mana ping.
Could have probably tried.
Oh, Lelu needs to build some because Newton finds him again.
Yeah, he finds him. There is another wisp on the top. And there's a wisp at the bottom, so yeah.
Don't tell
He
me.
is doing-
Whoa! How did he check that?
A player's force
That's sick. Panda in the middle.
Yeah, Lelo already building though here.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe
Ah, okay.
maybe Neutron now doesn't go for the tree as he is chasing the wisps.
town is under siege.
I will see.
Gets both.
Yeah, I think he's checking for it with the Archmage now. He's even running down the corner here. But no, there's nothing, but he can't. And Lelo are gonna towers, and there's only one Arcane Tower left, and if that's down, then yeah, the Panda can do quite some damage. But again, yeah, Tinker or Opponent would have been way better in this game. And he might even be able to get the breaker here. It's a little win. No. Ooh, the Panda though. Ooh, he has no staff.
Ooh, so close.
Yeah.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, Qwest sees there's nothing left. There's another tree. Wow, reveal. Nicely done. That.
Yeah, Lelo has to go to the fountain, but there's Aaron. Ooh. And Aaron is making space for Lelo,
Of course, the nicest guy in
He is
FFA.
so nice. Yeah. But yeah, also Qwest is approaching.
This makes no sense to me. When you see that low panda, I would never,
Town is
even if I held the guy all game long, I couldn't contain myself.
Oh, did Newton see the tree?
a
The
player's
breaker was just there. Oh,
Ooh,
next
but now Qwest-
fight! Waiting for
This
the
one
carry.
man all three
Oh,
is-
sick hex!
Ooh, this spell needed.
Oh, that next
Big game.
carry. It's massive.
Yeah.
And there's no TP on the Lich, he should be able to get him in time.
Yeah.
Not the invul, but
Ouch.
Ooh, the bats. Ooh, nicely. All the bats are getting detonated with low health.
Oh,
but
shit.
now they,
Lich was
Nice
safe
point.
though.
yeah, nice coil plus TP out. So
So
again,
it's
this was
bad.
coastful for Aaron, I think.
this was a nice fight for Iron for
Oh, Panda!
once, but sadly.
Sorry, go ahead. Getting
Couldn't
too
get the
excited by all the
Lich
Zero Arena stuff.
Yeah. And yeah, that's it with the towers for Neutron. So Lelo is finally making progress. I mean, bottom right there are some towers. I'm just not sure, like, Neutron, is Lelo really trying to get out Neutron first?
Looks like it.
But yeah, the buildings of human are so tanky. And he's playing versus Mass TP. But he's doing a great job of keeping up buildings again everywhere. And he needs like 10 more XP for Tranquility. I mean, I'm not sure how useful it is at the moment.
When there's a fountain, not too much, I guess.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm sure Aaron will make space for Lelo's heroes. Oh, but now Qwest at the fountain. And yeah, Aaron, I don't think you want to do this
Nope,
again.
no,
We
not
already-
again. I get PTSD from this. Lelu also in a world of trouble, but Aaron once
Yeah.
again too nice, and he does take the fight again. DK in
Ooh,
trouble.
he needs this spell. This spell is nice.
Ooh,
Good
TP.
spell. And
Oh, the
again,
Wyvern!
wow, so many Wyvern. Again, 6 Wyvern. Like,
Ouch.
It's
Quest is
so
getting
sad. It's
so
always
good.
so close for Iron.
yeah.
Just one crit away all the time.
And level 10 Dreadlords. Almost level 10 Lich.
And I'm telling
Uh,
you, if Neutron hates 4 ways, should have picked a smaller map. Probably.
Yep. Next tree down. Do we have one more? Yep.
So only 2k gold advantage for Aaron now.
That's sick. What's your gold count? Good question. 3.8. That's not much.
Yeah, but also Lelo dropping, of course. Yeah, I think definitely Lelo wants. Ooh, now we have the sorceress here. That's smart. What we thought.
Ooh.
Finally, and you can already see it already forced the TP, just the one sword.
Yeah. And the next fight in the middle.
Oh.
How do you kill these undead heroes? Well, just to just right click with 300 crits and try your luck. Dreadlord.
Yeah, I think this combo level 3 is a big miss here. How you said he has only level 2. That's like not great.
And yeah, the destroyers are doing a great job, I think.
No, Dreadlord.
Ooh, but not a Dreadlord.
Another coil, another crit. Oh my god, this was so sick. There we go.
Finally, 1 hero kill. Oh my god, this took some time.
Oh my
I
god,
wish
this.
him some success so much. Cause
Now they hit every time Lelo's heroes come in. Oh, okay, go for the fountains, take it.
And that's level 10, that's a huge amount of XP for his heroes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Lelo wants Neutron out because he knows that if Neutron is out, then in the freeway Lelo has very good chances. Whereas in the freeway with Neutron, he doesn't, most likely.
Another 3 got cancelled. And he's slowly but surely bleeding his gold. He's on 4k now. Now past the point where he could afford an army, theoretically.
Yeah, and Lelo is always trying to convince them to go on Neutron.
Yeah.
Because he sees that he's not going to win the fight.
Even.
He finds another tree.
And since every tree takes a wisp out, it's dangerous if you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Panda.
Yeah, I actually wonder how he can still have so many wisps. He doesn't have a tree to TP to, I think.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that's expensive then.
Yeah, and as you can see, the one sorceress is making so much difference.
Oh my god, Neutron finally gets it. He wanted this for so long.
Oh my god, the tree here. The tree can get up.
Okay.
He won't make it go.
Can he though? The breaker comes in for the block. Neutron's 1-on-1 blocking
So
skills.
close. Yeah, now it's up.
Ooh, but... Oh, god.
But still, it's a huge relief
Wait,
to
there's a
not have
master pew.
Panda on you all the time.
Oh, Master Pew in the next tree. Yeah, I think he's running out of wisps as he's building trees without getting a wisp out. Ah, this is hard.
And Neutron doesn't have to fear any more breath on his tower.
Yeah, and Qwest really managed to get some lumber here now. This was so important for him.
A player's forces are under attack.
There's one more wisp at the 6 o'clock.
And one somewhere else, because he has 7 pop.
Yeah, bottom left he's building one.
3.
Alright.
Yeah, and Lelo knows that that Neutron doesn't have a free win. He just wants to get the attention from the others.
Just save himself.
This is so stressful.
Yeah, and Lelo can't use treants anymore, I think. Oh, there is some. Okay, he found the last number.
He was making a show. Yep, that's for sure he was.
Oh, Qwest. Oh, also not. I mean, I understand it for Qwest that he doesn't kill the keeper because he already has so much experience. It's not very needed.
Yeah, for him it's worthless to kill. Lelo didn't really touch him whole game, so...
Yeah, and Lelo still wanna convince them.
A player's
I mean, yeah, Lelo is just gonna lose here because if no one is going on Neutron and Lelo can't go on Neutron, only with a couple of trees,
is under siege.
and he is out sooner or later. So he can just try to chat.
Might be a nice fight again. Iron and Neutron. I mean, Iron and Qwest close to each
Yep.
other.
They're so close
Yeah,
in gold
yeah.
now.
The big boys fighting.
Yeah, but Aaron, is he still such a big boy? I'm not too sure.
Well, compared
Yeah.
to the other two, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
the hero levels are getting better now. But he's TPing out here, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
He knows that he's just gonna get kited, but no! Army left behind.
Ouch! Oh, that's so expensive again.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay compared to the other losses, but still. The TC might not be able to get out.
Oh, so much damage, dude.
Wow, he can't even stomp.
Good pop the info before it's too late.
Yeah, invul and engage with the other, but I don't. Oh no!
Oh,
and he doesn't really
no.
like to engage, and now he engages into sleep.
It's so expensive again. I think with that Qwest
More
has the
losses.
lead.
Wow, if you play this in Aaron's shoes, this feels so bad. If you're just clicking and every click is barely the wrong one.
Also, what I would like to say is big mistake. He could have gotten. I just didn't realize the elf staffs on Orc. That would be so
Oh,
strong.
true.
Yeah.
Because it's just such a race that would like benefit the most from it.
A player's
That's why
Yeah,
they don't have it,
yeah.
because it would be too strong.
100% agree. Yeah.
Qwest still seems salty for Iron. Because he's been taunting him in chat for the last 5 minutes. But Iron is very like, you can't really tell this guy.
Yeah, Lelo making 0 progress here.
3k
I mean,
from
he's getting back some trees, but yeah, I mean, he's just draining dry.
A player's force is
Also,
under
doesn't get the
attack.
panda back. And Qwest is going on the base?
Yeah, and I think that might be the killing blow. Oh, there are a couple of moonwells, but it will be so bad to fight.
Yeah, the
in his own
TC is still
base.
not back, is he?
Yeah, true. No, can't be back.
Good engagement thus far, but only until there's... Oh, worse timing.
Wow.
Oh, the heal wave
bad.
just a split second too late. That's so unfortunate.
nice mirror image, I like that.
Alright, huge fight. Needs the help of the towers, needs the TC back. Late! Oh no, he couldn't survive anymore. And now he's down to 2 heroes again. Oh, my god!
Crazy
Yep,
stuff.
that's
Zero
10,
arc.
10, 10 soon.
Yeah.
The only silver lining is that Qwest ran out of mana, kind on Lich.
Yeah.
So he
He's
will
so
probably
close.
go to the fountains, but yeah.
Ooh,
Another
but he's
14 down the drain.
so finally Lelo managed to get him to peace. Wow, this could be last second for Lelo. Okay,
Player's
so
forces are
this is interesting.
Level 6 Lelu is here.
True, yeah.
Unfortunately, it's the keeper, it's not
Yeah, I was
Tinker.
about to say, like, this is, it's not too intimidating.
With Tinker, he would have solid chances.
Yeah, so Lelo in 2 hours he can't get up an army once. That's so sad. But yeah, now with 3k gold he is not gonna be able to build any more units this game.
is under siege.
And yeah, chances are dwindling.
A player's forces are under attack.
Qwest can, of course, rebuild 3, 4, 5 times. I don't know, man. I feel like Qwest will win every single fight. Like, what's supposed to stop him?
Yeah, high level heroes teaming. Like if you have Holy Light plus Breath plus Hex plus Storm, this can pretty quickly
And the piece is
kill the
over.
hero. Oh yeah,
Of course it is.
of course, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
with the MK it will be much easier against Qwest, as I say for the millionth time. Because that's just like so hard to deal with as undead when you're getting teamed to get bolt lighted every fight on your DK at the start.
Players' forces are
It's
under
kind of equivalent to getting your army Frost Nova every fight.
Yeah, and Lelo couldn't get his banner back since 15 minutes because he always had to build trees.
Now he's building an altar again.
Yeah, it's the
But-
first time he found a window to build an altar, but oh,
Aaron
And
is
he doesn't
hiding
even have items to sell at all. His heroes were pretty empty, I remember. The keeper has 4 items and that's it. Panda has like Legion Doomhorn and maybe a TP or TP staff.
Oh. Keeper. Oops.
and he found a unit to use the ultimate on. Qwest.
a player's forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
So yeah, Qwest is the richest, by the way. Highest level heroes, richest player, and he has a base. So this is a nice outcome coming from one building left.
That was very well played so far. Yeah, for the first time in like 2 hours, Airenikus is not the richest player.
Yeah.
We burned him down from 55k to this just by winning fights. Every single fight.
Yeah.
A player's forces
And
are
Qwest says that Orc is Imba and impossible to win fights.
Well, these undead players, they have unreasonable hate against Orc.
Yeah.
Another tree found by Neutron.
Yeah.
Lelo has 6 more or 5 more in the bank. Some are with sold items, but when you sell items, that's pretty much all.
Yeah, this tree sacrifice is pretty much getting him the panda pack, though.
Yeah, he will have him for sure. I saw he's almost done. If that panda was on level 6, he could do much more with it. Like, so great.
And yeah, Aaron scouts now the base of Neutron and sees that there is pretty much not a lot there. Oh, and Neutron is gonna suggest to go on Qwest with Aaron, so that's what Qwest got from the piece with Aaron.
Okay.
Good
Oh, and
idea.
Aaron says okay. I mean, it's smart because Aaron scouts that Neutron is pretty much dry. I mean, he doesn't know whether it's dry, but he sees that the army is not that big.
When Neutron pumped Griffin's risky move now.
Yeah, very. I also was wondering, especially with the Blade Master in his base.
And especially against undead, they're just a waste of space pretty much.
But what else can you build? Like Gyros getting sniped by Carrion Swarm?
Yeah,
A player's
Yeah.
that's the point, I guess, because you can't really build anything. From just 2k gold, nothing is gonna push you over. You have. So I think
Yeah.
the wisest thing would be just to save it for hero revivals.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're gonna lose a hero. Sooner or later you will, so. But I mean, at least he's hiding them, so I can't really blame him. It would be bad if he was to use them, but since he's hiding the air, at least he's just hiding for the last army with legit tactic. So that's fine.
So will Neutron
It's risky,
backstab?
but it's like fine.
Or is he
Interesting,
really
what is
making
Lelo gonna doing now?
Well,
it?
I mean,
not a
Off we
big fight.
go. Oh, 2 worms getting caught. That's big. 272.
Yeah, I don't think Qwest should fight on open field. here
No.
with him.
realizes that too.
Ooh, yeah, but this is expensive quickly. Maybe he should push to 100 now and try to go for the win.
The town is under siege.
But I
Lelu
don't
doing what Lelu is doing.
think... yeah, I wonder how he still finds all these trees for the treants.
Does it just give you all the treants from just one tree?
No,
No.
you need 3.
One per tree.
New fight.
Okay. Yeah, but he is moving out with 70 here. That's not good, I think. Like, at least stay in your base.
DK getting ensnared.
Yeah, he's just gonna...
Another
Yeah,
TP.
it's gonna
Oh, the
cost him another
storm
TP.
just a second too late. Okay, that's another 300 gold. Lelu
Yeah,
continues
Northwest
to
should
level.
stay here. Yeah,
At
that's
least
nice
they
for
have him
Lelu.
cornered. He can't kite too much. But the base is well constructed. This is like perfect with the little corridors.
Yeah.
Oof.
With the Banshee.
Shadowhunter for forward. You don't want that.
Wow. The Blade Master is a little bit out of position though, I would say.
Oh.
This is Blade Storm.
Needs to get out.
Yeah, he
needs to
has
get
the TP.
out. Okay. DK
And the DK
again.
though.
Next to the shop. Whoa, Death Pact. Panda dead. That's so expensive.
Wow, was this... Wow, this was so nice. Death Pact plus killer.
Yep.
Well, and now I bet he wants to take back a couple of these griffins because this is
Yep.
gonna
And,
sell items. Oh, and he sells them on 83 as well.
Ouch,
Like,
that's
what Quest
expensive.
do now? Like, he has to get mana back and maybe just go, but... Yeah, it's... I think he should push, and he does, yeah. So now Quest is going for the win. Potential. Try to win. And I think that's a smart choice now.
Lelu got close to level 6, but not there. Just a couple of towers gone.
Yeah. Lelu is not reviving the Alchemist again. so
No, 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 no.
he
He's...
really doesn't like the decision by him. To go for him.
Yeah, I mean, there's no chance he could get him to level 6 anyway, so...
Oh, did you see Neutron is on 88 supply? He has all those hidden air, Gyro plus Griffin. And I think that's smart.
But if Quest snipes the altar, that's painful.
Yeah, that's true.
And he likes to do that, so...
Yeah, Quest goes for it. And there's... Okay, there's one base to TP to. But he really wants to wait for the Panda, but now he can't have the Panda because he built so many units.
And he can't
Oh.
must see anyway, he's gonna get slapped or infernal.
Okay, here's the fight.
He doesn't have a TP. He doesn't have a TP. Oh no.
Ouch.
He needs to get all his hidden air and might lose it. even.
Yep, gyros disappear quickly as well. Archmage safe for now. Is
Yeah,
he
now
winning
the
that
Destroyers
airfight?
are coming in.
Massive Infernal! Everything is so hurt. Oh my god. DK again, Death Pact. Just a glorious spell for Quest this time. What
Wow,
is
it looks
happening?
like
Quest
Neutron-
is not losing much.
Yeah, Neutron is losing everything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
These are so bad. Without inner fire, they don't do anything, and you can't use inner fire against undead anymore.
Ooh, Death Pact again. Archmage. He can't move because
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
staff. Oh, that
When
hurts.
Aaron is coming in, but it's maybe
Just
too
a
late.
second too late. He
Yeah,
came to
Leo
me
might-
earlier, it would be fine.
Lelo
Wow.
managed to survive.
Did he just dodge the Carrion Swarm with mirror image? Not sure if on purpose or
The
not, but that
Alta,
was
look at the
sick.
Alta, the Panda was so close,
Oh
and now the freezing breath.
no!
At least for Iron, he can take us at least a bit of a good fight here,
Yeah.
since Quest is weakened.
Or
So
can
he
he?
can balance a bit.
Yeah, but he's also only on 80 and there's a lot of air and he's Torrent.
Yeah. But the Blade Master can do his magic, I think, if he gets
Yeah.
some crit.
Oh wow, Invo Potion super important. Dude, these Torrent, what are they supposed to be doing? I don't get it.
Heroes, I
Shadowhunter.
guess.
Ah.
Still
Ooh,
has info on the Shadowhunter.
Lich.
Yeah, I mean, he's...
Storm.
Ooh, the Lich though.
Crit, crit,
Come on,
crit, crit,
man.
crit. Oh my god, is he unlucky? Oh
Wow.
my god.
DK out of mana, luckily
Yeah.
for him.
So great
Wow,
from
this is
Iron.
amazing.
Again, nice timing from him, actually.
Yeah.
Like, he went as soon as he saw, so...
Yeah, but Neutron on 12 supply and...
Yeah, Neutron is
And he
dead,
gets
but
a
at
hero
least he
play.
got something out of it. Because
Yeah,
if he like didn't do anything, then it would be pretty over.
A player's
Yeah,
forces
he needs
are
to sell... Okay, no, he is leaving.
Yeah, Neutron
I mean-
can probably get both.
He could get both, yeah. He's building tank instead.
But man, no thanks. You can still sell the Panda's items if you revive him.
Alright, so now it's Aaron with 13k versus Qwest with
Oh, okay, he just wants
9k.
to play. He just doesn't want to play anymore.
A player's
That makes
forces
sense
are
then.
under attack.
To go for the tanks.
Oh, the Alchemist is back though.
Oh,
Town is under siege.
Level 2.
that will decide the game. All right.
And Neutron is finishing himself now. So
Ah, okay. Well, you were right, RulaZ. You said Neutron will leave first. That is the
Yeah,
case.
yeah.
Oh, the
And he's
Pally
giving
goes...
he's giving the Pally to Lelu, but I think Aaron is gonna
Yeah,
take
yeah,
it.
yeah. He wants it so bad.
Or maybe Aaron moves away so that Lelu can take it.
Wait, if Lelu
Oh,
loses the
Aaron
heroes
is
here...
safe.
Oh,
Ooh.
man.
he wants to even go like 1v1 against Qwest, I'm not sure.
No, Aaron just wanted,
I see.
yeah, that Lelu doesn't kill the Pella.
But that's an expensive TP for Lelu.
Yeah, very, very. And Aaron has to go to 100, otherwise Qwest will just roll over and Lelu can't do enough helping.
Yeah, but it's getting closer because you can already see in that previous fight, like, of course, Qwest was weakened, but since Aaron is getting the levels, the Blade Master really is hitting hard now, so there is
Yeah,
a
and
chance.
it's an interesting game state now because we have a dominant player with Qwest, but not the richest, and then we have
Yeah.
Aaron with still being the richest, having a great base, and Lelu being just some support. Wow, yeah, so many bets again.
5 bets.
Wow. And yeah, he's on the chase and another TP. He's trading so inefficiently with his Qwest.
Yeah, every single time. I don't see anybody stopping Qwest.
Yeah, it is really, really hard.
Neutron. He's trying with his Paladin to do what he can. That's gonna be his end, though.
hmm Yeah.
Unless
Last time-
Iron saves him.
Yeah, true. True.
And of course, the Paladin could be amazing help in because just whole lighting all the time
So nice.
definitely does
Yeah,
something.
he's taking minimal damage from the bats. Oh, another infernal drop. This is another bad fight for Aaron, and he's on 58 supply now.
How many bad fights in a row can you take?
Yeah,
Although not so terrible like the before.
yeah, but now the Shadow Hunter has to be careful. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh, and the Paladin is gonna get it now.
Yep, and that's... okay, was about to say more levels, but he's 10-10-10 already.
Okay, Lelo is 6-6 now, so with a level 6 Panda you can do some cheesy things.
Alright, and Neutron is out, 4th place. We will have a new king in W3Champions FFA.
Yeah, and Lelo has no staff. That's very bad for an elf.
Yeah, he has it. The whole game he doesn't have it because he just didn't have a chance to.
Yeah,
make
he
tier
was
two.
never tier 2.
Yeah.
True.
The Qwest
Maybe
is
it's
now...
level 6.
Yeah, and Qwest has the gold amount that he can't just go 100 and kill the heroes of Lelo, because he still doesn't know how much gold Aaron has left.
Aye.
Dude, it's so close. They are 300 gold apart.
Yeah, it's a great final, I have to say. Like, Neutral flipped everything on its head in the beginning with
As
his
always.
rush. Yeah, and this ended in a crazy game. As it's supposed to.
But how does it end?
Yeah, it's not written yet. But yeah, Lelo managed to out-survive Neutron. This is quite nice.
Now he says it himself.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine.
Okay, now we're in the territory where bats are pretty damn bad because so expensive.
Yeah, exactly. But he still doesn't have a better option as Orc.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck going headhunters against Nova Carrion.
Yeah. Alright, Qwest is on 100 with 5k gold, so this is what he has left. Aaron on 100 with 6.5k left.
Oh, this
And
fight
huge
is gonna
bad.
be so sick.
Lelo is still finding some trees. Not sure how he does it.
In the middle, there's quite a bit.
Yeah, and it turns out the lumber was just enough, barely enough for both, as Qwest chopped down the entire bottom right. Yeah, and of course now players get careful because their gold is running dry.
Yeah. All right, we're in for a ride. We are
Yeah.
here to stay.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, I mean this can be finished pretty soon. Just one player needs to lose a fight drastically,
Ooh,
and Lelo is not strong enough then.
are we going for it? Bloodlust bats? Too slow though.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much a 1v1 at this point. Don't think Lelo can do anything anymore. And yeah, Qwest is only going with 6 destroyers, by the way. In his main base, it's full of worms. So he is careful. And yeah, Lelo is not happy about the way Newton played, which I can understand because, yeah, we were already telling before how this would end, and it's not gonna end well for Newton.
Yeah, it's a little bit the RNG factor, right? If you spawn like this is what you have to prepare for.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Yep, you're right, Neo. Yeah, see, I learned so much. Whew, okay, a little bit of a break here. Will they be going for it? Ah, there we go. Done. So much for the break.
Yeah. So at this point, every mistake is just lethal, pretty much. Like losing a hero against 100 supply is just gonna lose the game most likely.
Yeah, I feel like this round of bats has to do terrible damage, otherwise Qwest is just running away.
A player's forces are
Yeah, and I feel so bad for Lelo for his alchemist. I mean, imagine this being a priestess. At least he could scout the entire game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's,
Now he's super blind.
can't do
I think
anything.
he didn't even get ultra vision.
Wow, that is so sad.
Yeah, his keeper is quite blind.
Okay, we're getting banshees now. We got some items left.
Yeah, I wonder how many Force of Nature Lelo used this game. We are down to 1 tree per Force of Nature.
a player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, I feel the same as Lelu. They have to team.
Town is under siege.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not that way.
Yeah, and without staffs, it's just so bad for Lelo to even support. Because the keeper is just gonna vanish.
A player's forces are
Calm before the storm. Maybe the last storm.
Mhm. Wow, yeah, this looks so scary, the army of Qwest. With the 10-10-10 on top.
Yep.
So what
Fu-
does he have? 1 heal scroll, 1 inward on the lich. But yeah, these level 10 heroes are quite tanky. 1.5k on the Dreadlord.
I was 100% focused on this rushing ape. That's such a fitting description.
Yeah, and the Dreadlord stats are, by the way, pretty crazy. Like if you compare it to the DK, Dreadlord has 46, 27, 45. So he has like 12 stats more.
800, 810 mana on the
Yeah.
it's like mana for days. Yeah. That means we need to buff the DK, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, ask Happy, maybe
Yeah.
he agrees.
He will agree.
And if the best player in the world agrees, then I guess we have a point.
Yeah, you think that? Oh, okay. Let's skip this nonsense. Or shall we?
Yeah, I really like the anti-magic shield as well.
Yeah, and also acolytes shall be invisible. You know that. Invulnerable.
Yeah, because
sorry,
the, the anti-magic shell is also helping versus the bats. A lot of people might not notice, but yeah, it's very nice.
Really?
Oh, did I miss another question?
All right, this is the fight then, I guess. Lelu.
Oh, but the DK.
hesitant, needs to TP. That was a solid start.
Yeah. But again, very careful. He's not gonna just detonate all the bats. And yeah, with the anti-magic, the bats are doing so little damage against the worms anyway.
Go 12 raiders.
What?
Lelu said go 12 raiders.
I mean, he can pillage neutron space, to be honest.
Oh! Okay, that would be sick.
Players force
But yeah, on 100 supply might not be too worth it anyway. And yeah, the heroes here from the joke, it's really painful for Aaron again. Yeah, how to approach the space. I mean, he's down to 3.6k gold. So there is some room, I think, because Aaron can still afford some, maybe one. Oh no,
Ooh,
it's not affordable.
yeah, that's that. These bats have to do some damage and they're getting nuked.
Yeah. Yeah.
players force
Yeah, as you can see, the bat detonated and the worm lost 200 HP. Yeah, that's.
Oh man.
That's just not how you
No,
fight.
it's not cutting it.
Oh,
The
no,
nuke is just too
no.
sick. Qwest is playing this too patiently.
Yeah.
And now
I mean, it's
they
super
connect.
annoying with the vision again. Oh,
Yeah.
and the perfect heal scroll.
They barely lost anything. These
So many
bats-
bats, all the bats.
Yeah, they're all gone. There's nothing left. He has to rebuild entirely
Oh,
with only 6k left.
Oh, and the TC.
What?
No, again.
Oh no! He has an invul and his ult, but no chance.
Yeah,
Is
no.
there a chance? No.
No,
There shouldn't be.
The Dreadlord still has some mana.
a player's
I think sleep is 50 mana.
Who is Christian Felber?
Now that's a question, yo, that I can answer. But it's a bit. In short, it's the TC.
Okay, so much I thought because he's level 8.
Yeah. But it's well, you know Stein because you already saw
Yeah.
him play.
Yeah.
It was this game where we played for like 3 or 4
Oh, the
hours,
heroes.
and Lelu was just hunting him the whole game because like he was just running around and he was just shockwaving Lelu. Spamming level 8 Christian Felber is coming for you, so that's kind of how it came.
Okay, yeah. Nice
But
save.
Lelu
It's
used the
widespread,
ultimate.
everyone knows about it now.
Yeah, Lelu is barely escaping here with both heroes.
Ouch.
And some more bats are doing nothing, I think.
Yo, that
Okay.
ult was a lifesaver. TC. The bats are just flying past this fight. Now connecting, but TC is just gone. Just gone.
Oh,
Shadow Hunter,
Shadow
can he be
Hunter.
nuked? No, use the coil defensively to save a worm. Save cost. Still last second detonate.
yeah. Yeah, this is not efficiently enough, I think.
The panda's dead, isn't he? You could try staff, but
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the problem for Lelu without staffs and anything.
Yeah, Lelu is out, isn't he?
I mean, he was out the entire game, I guess.
Yeah, I
if you-
mean, like, tap out wise out.
Yeah. I mean, it's 2.4k left for Qwest. 2.5k for Aaron. Yeah, and the base for Qwest is also just too big. Yeah, and the mana fountain again, so nice.
Okay,
Yeah,
still-
it's rough. If you don't crush Qwest, it's just so hard
Yeah.
in fights.
yeah, he's really good. So 2k left. Can he rebuild one more time? I guess.
I mean, it's really unfair for the player who fights Qwest because he always looks so bad and stupid.
But can't this be abused? Like, everybody knows he's super greedy in the beginning. But I guess if you rush him, you fall behind.
Yeah,
the
kind
other
of.
players.
The last FML final, like the second last, Eshon Grand rushed him out, so this worked. Okay, maybe last fight.
Okay, Qwest. Are you finishing this now? Blade Master.
There's not a lot coming here. Oh, but now a lot of bets here. Oh, but nice spread by Qwest.
Yep. Well
Yeah.
done. And the
this
coil is
looks
there.
So underwhelming.
Yeah, these bats are not doing anything. The wyvern are made of paper, of course, here as well. Blade, last second. Oh my god. The amount of healing he gets here is sick, but eventually he's gonna die. Shadowhunter's gonna follow in a bit.
Yeah, and Lelu has no vision.
And Lelu has no vision, can't help. I guess it's the first time then. Yeah. Aaron calls it.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, very well deserved. I mean, he would be level 15 by now, I think.
And we got
On
a
his heroes.
Qwest winning FML and W3Champions back to back, making him the best FFA player in the world probably right now.
For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, I think it's not even close at this point because it's just the consistency is crazy. Maybe only Lelu reaches his, but no one is as dominant in fights as.
Yeah, exactly. Like Qwest is the best in fights and Lelu is the best in strategy, I think. But Qwest is also close in that, so it's really tough to call who is the best. I think it's close between Qwest and Lelu. We also saw why it's not Neutron today. And yeah, that's pretty much wrapping it up. I'm not sure about the winner's interview. Like, I'm not sure if Qwest's English is good enough.
I think
will
we
ask
had him on for FML, right?
Did
Yeah, I
we?
think so
Okay.
too. He definitely was in some interview.
Yeah.
Okay, I will ask him. Yeah.
That was a sick performance. He was quite far behind at some point.
Yeah, he was down
behind
to one
Aaron.
building. Like
Yeah.
I called it out, like one building, and it's
Yeah.
and
But that
Nijin was
more
on him.
his stubbornness than like he could have easily built more buildings, I think.
Okay, he's fine for an interview, so I'm gonna add him.
Sure. Who had the high score, by the way? That's still a bit of a prize money, I guess.
Yeah, Qwest by far.
Okay, so he gets the full thing. Nice.
I hear me?
Yes, sir. Congratulations, man. Winning-
Thank you.
First you win the FML, now you win W3Champions. We are kind of agreeing that you're the best FFA player in the world. Would you agree?
I hope.
So how does it feel? What did you think throughout the game?
Oh, it feels very bad because I don't like play against Airenikus because he always pick or race or 50k gold and only what you can do same. I do the same. I don't remember. I had maybe 14,000 gold or or something else. But Neutron rushed Lelu, and after it he want me out. But I try to survive on this map. No observatory, so no Zeppelin, and I can't save my accolades. And it's very good map for human for search undead buildings. That's why Orc went Elf race. He won't hide Elf 3 in late game, but he was very rich and he
I
played
would-
very, very, very bad.
RulaZ, your comments.
Yeah, so in the beginning, I think you were not very greedy? Like, were you scared that Airenikus will rush you? Like, you only had 2 expansions a long time?
It was surprise for me. I scout. If you see, I sent accolade immediately when game started. I scouted the close respawn and I didn't see orc base. I
No,
was
I didn't
sure
see this.
I was sure I'm free.
Ah,
Lol. It was very strange. Just look replay. I didn't see orc base, and I scouted in 30 minutes, and wow, orc here.
wow. And then after Neutron took out Lelu, you were like you had 40,000 gold, and Neutron was pushing you with 100 tanks. But you didn't build. You didn't scout that he was pushing you, and you also didn't build army. Why? Because I think you are way stronger than Neutron in fights.
I had half map, all bottom,
Yes.
and I don't have supply for shades, but I had half map, and I didn't see him. He made a smart move. Probably he walk around orc base and go at me. I didn't see him, so I was 50 because I didn't see his supply. And he had a good tactic because he used mass copters with mass tanks, so it makes Dreadlord useless because only six target for swarm.
Yeah. And you only had 4 crypts. This was also surprising, like 40,000 gold and only 4 crypts. This felt
yes,
bad to me.
because elf was dead, and I don't need more crypts against orc and against human.
Okay.
I need like 12 crypts against elf and in mirror, but against human and orc, I don't need much crypts because
So
Garg's not good against orc, but I should make it because orc can go weaves. But if orc can play a bit smarter and a bit better, I will lose this game 100%. He
yeah,
just
the
microed
fights
very,
was
very bad. Yes.
yeah, the fights was very one-sided. Like you won every fight, I think. So this was definitely well played. I also liked your army composition versus orc, and your hero micro, of course, is the best. So
Yes.
yeah, when did you know that you won? Like, how long did it take? Because you were dropping in gold a lot, and then in the end you have 2k
No,
gold, and you don't know if Aaron is still rich, right?
I know he's rich, of course, because he do nothing all game.
Yeah.
He never fight. He just hard and do nothing, absolutely nothing. But when Natron left, I know I'm win because he microed very bad.
Yeah, it looked like at one point it looked like a free win for Aaron. Like your base died, Neutron was not so strong, Lilo was dead, and Aaron had 50,000 gold and 100 supply, and he was top left, killed your entire base. And this was the point where I thought it's just free win for Aaron, and he was just winning.
Yes,
he,
and at this moment I had only one acolyte and Volk.
exactly, you had one acolyte and 3 heroes. Lilo had 1 hero.
No.
And...
I had one acolyte, Decay dead, and I Volk with Leech and Dale
yeah,
with last acolyte. It was.
Yeah, you wrote red a lot, right?
Because he walk around me, no, everywhere he walk on me, and I don't touch him, but he attack me. It was very bad move from him. He wanted to experience, but I don't like that moves.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Little Tick, any questions from you?
I think Qwest said it everything, but congratulations. Was in classic fashion and on market, so I was very stressed when I saw these Coil Nova round. And when Neutron didn't go for the MK, I guess that's the question. If you're glad he didn't go for MK, do you think it would be harder with MK than Pen?
Yes, I agree, but human need panda against orc, but not against that orc. If orc played good, human can't win him with MK. But with orc like that, he could go MK and make game more harder for me.
Ah, Qwest, you're a freaking legend. Definitely the best fights, great strategy. Our new champion, congrats, man. Now have a good night and see you soon, hopefully.
Thank you. Good night to see you.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
King of the FFA world, that's for sure. Guys, it's been a blast with you, as always. We found a new king, only the third or fourth? First we had Shake twice, then we had Lelu twice, then Neutron and Qwest, so the fourth W3Champions FFA king. Hopefully in season 13 we see each other again, but after this amazing game, I want to start my FFA journey. Guys, where can I find resources and a community for this amazing game mode?
Yeah, maybe Liltic, you go for it this time?
Yeah, of course. Well, I don't really know, but I guess on the FFA Master website, you can see the link to the Discord. Discord, you can see everything else. And of course, just even playing FFA on Battle.net, there's high chances that you're going to meet somebody. So even if you ask in game there, you can be introduced, I think.
All right. RulaZ, anything to add?
Not much. I only want to say thank you to you again. I mean, it's always a pleasure to cast with you. It's always a pleasure to show FFR to the viewers, and I think this was a very worthy final.
Yes.
I mean, it's always sad if one player can't show his full potential like Lelu this game. But yeah, this is how it goes, and that's also the fun of FFA. So I hope we see each other again soonish and have a nice rest of W3 Champions finals.
Thank you, guys. We continue tomorrow, of course, at 1 p.m. We got this bracket for you. We got Happy versus Labyrinth in the winner bracket quarterfinal, just like Focus and Sock. Then, of course, the winner bracket semifinal and the lower bracket, where, of course, the losers will play each other, and we'll have Soen and Colorful still in the race before we go into Championship Sunday on, you guessed it, Sunday. It's been a long day. I'm going to rest now, and we see each other later. I'm going to host and raid you over to Carson, who's still busy with the Weekly Cup, where Pato is playing Leon for the Grand Final. So thank you guys for enjoying FFA. See you soon. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, you too.
Bye-bye.